Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At Moser Motors, we got you covered. From plug-in hybrids to full electric vehicles.
From small trucks to the F-150, all the way up to Super Duties, Moser Motors has got you covered.
From small SUVs to mid-size SUVs, up to large SUVs, Moser Motors has you covered.
And be sure to come in and check out our lineup of Lincolns.
Heavy-duty mechanics trucks with welders, air compressors, and cranes. Dump trucks in every size. You need to move a couple thousand gallons of water? We got the truck. Full commercial shop for your heavy truck service needs. When you think about it, Moser Ford has a vehicle for almost every single application.
Sharing happiness, displaying confidence, and promoting health. Your smile does a lot for you.
And at Riverstone Dental, we make smiles happen.
Across 2 locations at Riverstone Dental, our compassionate dentists and caring staff provides unparalleled care to patients of all ages. Using the latest technology and procedures, we offer an extensive list of general dentistry services. Whether you're stopping in for your routine cleaning and checkup, or you need restorative care, including implants, crowns, bridges, and more, we'll provide quick, comfortable care. Additionally, we perform orthodontic procedures as well. With traditional metal braces or the convenient Invisalign system, we can help you perfect your beautiful smile. Riverstone Dental. We make smiles happen.
At FM Investment Services, we continue to serve and advise our clients with dedication and experience, and our team includes 2 registered investment professionals. Leif Lickinger, with over 30 years of experience helping clients navigate their financial journeys, and Lori Garwood, bringing more than 25 years of investment expertise to the table. Together, Lee and Lori are committed to helping you achieve your financial goals, and supporting them is Tina Marbaugh, administrative assistant, who has 4.5 years of experience in the investment field. Call us today, 260-368-9939 to schedule your consultation. FM Investment Services, experience you can trust, advice you can count on. If you're looking for new flooring, K&N Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years. Owners Mike and Ella Clifton, along with their amazing staff, take great pride in serving you. Check out our showroom for a variety of manufacturers and distributors consisting of carpet, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs. K&N Carpet is the only Mohawk floorscapes dealer in the Fort Wayne area. So give us a call at 260-639-3591 and come see the experts in flooring at 12108 US 27 South, or check us out on Facebook.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a double-pane window that apparently weighs 800 pounds owner, an inconveniently located electrical outlet owner, and a kitchen floor made for triple axles owner. Fortunately, you're also an American Standard owner, which means you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going, no matter what happens. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Or American Standard dealer, Don Myers, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
When you walk through our doors, you'll find smiling faces, exceptional service, and a sense of family. With trusted financial solutions tailored to you. Discover the difference today. Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA. So you think you found the right guy on social media? It could be that person isn't who you thought they were. If you don't give out your personal information, you won't be a victim of fraud. A message brought to you by Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
When I wear Betsy's clothes, I feel confident. I feel like everything is very flattering. It's stylish, but yet modest. Her actual brand, those are my favorite clothes. Betsy stands out because her prices stay consistent. I like that she keeps her prices affordable, but I also like that it's trendy stuff too. So if you have an event coming up, you can always find something fun, something colorful, something different that not everybody else is gonna have.
At Decatur Dental Services, all of our offices provide complete dental care, including crowns, bridges, and dentures, teeth whitening, orthodontics and Invisalign, restorations, preventative care, cosmetics, and sports mouth guards. In Decatur, Botox and Juvederm are available as well. We have offices in Decatur, Geneva, Berne, Bluffton, and Warren to serve you. To learn more about our doctors, office hours, and insurance information, please visit DecaturDentalIN.com or like us on Facebook. New patients are always welcome, as are patient referrals, so contact us today.
Welcome everybody to Bluffton High School this evening. Yes, that is a helicopter out in on the right side of the field, if you can see it out there. That's not why we're here, though. We're here for football. Ryan Walker alongside my partner Brandon Lockwood for the first time. Good calling a game with you. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. Apparently, we graduated in the same class, just from different areas.
Okay,
so,
there you go.
So can't wait to call a game with you. Michael is just so scared of me that he has to just do production now and not do color commentary. But you, I believe, were at Shenandoah last
Correct.
week. So
Yes.
what were some of your takeaways from Bluffton last week?
Yeah, we moved the ball very well. We were pretty sloppy first half, but, you know, they came in third quarter after halftime and really played well. So they started slow, but they ended really well. And then we had an awesome kick at the end of the game.
The freshman Ethan Ribich, he earns a news banner, Athlete of the Week, a Berne Witness Player of the Game. I mean, what a time for Ethan Ribich to start his football career. And then in the JV game, he capitalized as well as a quarterback and kicking a field goal there too. Thanks everybody for tuning in to our Christian Retirement Community pregame show. Christian Care Retirement Community is a nonprofit organization dedicated to enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate quality care. We provide a wide assortment of comfortable living options for various needs with 3 levels of care. Call 260-565-3000 to see how we can enrich your loved one's life. So we mentioned we have the Manchester Squires coming in with second-year head coach Brian Inyert. He is 6-5 so far with the Squires. Had a really good season last year in his first year, and this is a Manchester team that has some really good pieces on it, distributes the ball in the backfield and at wide receiver. They're breaking out a new quarterback. Last year, boy, it couldn't have gotten any more quirky for the two teams. It was a 28-14 win for Bluffton, but we had a 2-hour lightning delay. We had the Tigers with 5 turnovers, and Manchester had a couple deep plays of 70-plus yards. I don't know if you were at that game last year or not, but Bluffton, Manchester, let's play some clean football tonight and see what happens. And last week, Bluffton, 10 penalties that they had against Shenandoah?
Correct.
And they had some turnovers as well. They lost the ball a few times. Want to see them play a little bit more clean, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Can't have those mistakes.
And so featuring Manchester here, we'll roll through some of our key players here today. Quarterback Dallas Martin is the new starting quarterback this year, a dual threat guy. That'll be fun for the Tigers to handle on that side of the ball. But Manchester, something that impressed me is that last week they had 5 guys that carried the ball for 7 or more times, and they had 4 wide receivers with at least a catch or more. Brandon, as a defensive specialist for the middle school team and also former player for St. Francis, how tough is that to defend against a team with so many weapons in the backfield, receiving the ball, and also a dual threat quarterback? How do you attack that?
Yeah, Ryan, they run that wing T offense. So, you got the 2 wings, and then you got the fullback, but then it's also QB run game. So it's kind of hard to play defense against, and it's hard to simulate during practice because it's at game speed. It hits a lot quicker, so it's hard. And then they run, and then they're going to throw a pass, try to get you deep. So, it's just difficult. But you just got to play your keys, and then, ends got to play tough. That if they're getting quarterback, they got to get the quarterback.
And Dallas Martin, that quarterback, he's a senior this year. He played a little bit last year, was 13 for 32 in the air for 218 yards, also had nearly 100 rushing. But last week kind of showed out and really showed what this Squires offense can be with him under center. He was 10 for 14. That's good for 71% completion percentage. He had 262 yards in the air in their win against Northwestern. 2 touchdowns, no picks, 14 carries, and 74 yards. So expect a lot from Dallas Martin today, but they certainly throw the ball out. They'll run the ball a lot, and, man, just pick your poison. They're running backs and a fullback in there. It's going to be some fresh bodies out there. Maddox Greer had 9 carries last week. Bryson Inyart had 8 carries last week. Caden Young with 7 carries, and Reese Gertie with 7 carries as well. So look for Manchester to be nice and fresh in the backfield all season long. That's certainly a strength if you're Manchester. And for Bluffton, boy, we've been talking about this for a long time. Their skill positions are so strong on this team. They're another year older, and it starts with Axton Best, the junior quarterback, and his connection with A.J. Streveler and his backfield team of Kamel Moore and Cooper Craig. Talk about the skill positions of the Tigers, just how good that they've been over the last few years.
Yeah, it's hard to, it's hard to key on one guy in the Bluffton offense. Even you didn't mention Elijah Birch had a big couple catches last week, and Axton's got weapons, and he also has the ability to scramble, and he's got the 2 best running backs in the ACAC.
Kind of thunder and lightning in the backfield, and of course the 2 wide receivers, Eli Birch. We, of course, expected A.J. Streveler, who is pushing to be the all-time leading pass catcher and receiving yards leader in Bluffton history, if he stays healthy and kind of repeats what he did over these last few seasons. Streveler last year with 394 yards and 6 touchdowns. He needs 25 more catches, 385 yards to break Jake McKinley's all-time record of 112 catches and just under 1,300 yards. So we expected Streveler to be the guy, and we still do. But like you said, Eli Birch last week got all the targets, 5 catches for 102 yards, and last year had 18 catches for 216. So he's already on pace to break that by far. I don't know if we'll expect that every single game out of him, but he is such a great receiver. He can jump up and get the ball, and it's kind of a 1-2 punch in the backfield and at wide receiver. And, of course, in the backfield, we have Cooper Craig, who came onto the scene as a freshman for Bluffton in the absence of Kamel Moore, who is kind of his tag team. It's really 1A, 1B, not really this is the starter, this is the backup. It is a Thunder and Lightning, and last week both of them had really nice games. 7 carries for Craig for 95 yards, and Kamel Moore with the touchdown. 11 attempts on 68 yards. The only part of this Bluffton offense is the youth of the offensive line. What did you see from the line in their first time together?
Yeah, I thought the line actually played really well, Ryan. I think there was a little bit of penalties here and there, but, a couple guys man downfield. But other than that, I think they looked really good last week.
Looking forward to seeing all of this kind of come out today between Manchester and Bluffton, both 1-0. And now we have to talk about Ethan Ribbich. I mean, what a first week for him. Goes out there. Can you take me through just watching how that all unfolded? I was watching at the News Banner office. I'm like, okay. So Bluffton spikes the ball on 3rd down instead of going for it. You guys got a lot of time left. What are we doing? until they rolled out a field goal kicker. Were you thinking the same thing, or did you know, hey, Ethan's going to come out there?
Yeah, I coached Ethan last year in middle school, and I knew he hit a couple of them pretty deep during practice, and I thought he was a really good kicker, and I didn't. But coming in freshman year, you never played varsity football, you don't know what's going on, first game, and then he kicks that to go ahead field goal. I was pretty shocked, but also at the same time, I knew he was a great kicker.
And this was funny. Rick Sprunger from the News Banner wrote about this, saying that Ribbich injured his leg in PE class playing soccer earlier in the week. Now, Bluffton doesn't have soccer, so it was really just a
living. Located on 000 Road in Berne, Eastview Apartments are currently offering spacious 2-bedroom apartment homes with full-size washer, dryer, range, refrigerator, dishwasher, disposal, free maintenance, private entrances, balcony or patio, and much more. Please call 260-589-8602 for further information. We know you will be proud to call Eastview Apartments your home.
Are you in the market for a used vehicle, or are you looking for a rental van or trailer? CMA Truck and Auto provides a variety of vehicles in a variety of price ranges, and Swiss City Vans offers rental services for a range of equipment. We invite you to visit us in person at the south edge of Berne on US 27, or to visit us online at cmatruckandauto.com, where you can sort our inventory by price range. You can also visit our Facebook page, where we keep in touch with our customers and promote giveaways. Enjoy the vehicle buying process without hidden fees or high-pressure sales at CMA.
At First Bank of Berne, we believe strong local communities are good for everyone. It's why we invest in the lives and dreams of the people, businesses, and farmers in our hometowns. When you bank locally, our communities prosper because money is deposited, invested, and spent locally. At First Bank of Berne, improving the financial futures of those in our local communities is at the heart of everything we do.
This is Ben Berman, your local State Farm insurance agent. As a Wells County resident for over a decade, my goal is to help my neighbors get the insurance coverage they need. I prioritize small town values like community, customer service, and lending a helping hand. Call for a quote, visit our office, or request an online quote today. From home, auto, renters, or life insurance, my team can help you protect what matters most.
Do you have sports injuries, knee pain, shoulder pain, headaches, arthritis pain, or just want to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Reynolds Chiropractic is the answer. Dr. Jade utilizes gentle, low-force, instrument-assisted, and hands-on adjusting. Dr. Jade treats patients of all ages, from birth to the very mature. Dr. Jade will help your injuries heal faster and help you live a more active and pain-free life. They offer BioFree, Sombra, pillows, back braces, and orthomolecular supplements. Dr. Jade is currently accepting new patients, so make your appointment today and visit Reynolds Chiropractic, where patient comfort and care are our first priority.
We are Best One.
The best tires. The best customer service.
Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Visit our store or bestoneofmonroe.com to shop tires, request an appointment, and more. See these? See us at Best One of Monroe. Selling tires, serving people.
We are back here at Bluffton High School here on the Christian Care Community Pregame Show. Ryan Walker and Brandon Lockwood. We have Brandon Trout on camera and Michael Vanderkolk having a great day over here to my left. Has a lot of, everybody. It's the home opener for everybody, though you guys were at Shenandoah last week. Having just some technical difficulties, that is just a week-by-week basis for what technology will give us. So we'll give Michael a pat on the back and a thank you for going through all that, making several phone calls and very stressful words coming over here. But we get to have fun up here. I mean, you were running around, too. You had to go get pliers or something like that. And I just got to stand up here and watch the helicopter go through. So I'm having a great time over here. But it's Football Friday. It's week 2. Tigers defeated Shenandoah last week 29-27. Manchester defeated Northwestern last week 33-21. So these two teams undefeated, albeit early in the season. But what are you looking forward to seeing between these two teams today?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Manchester's offense. You know, they had a great game last week. And then Bluffton, I'm just ready for them to be able to fix those penalties. I mean, penalties, 10-plus penalties, cost you a lot of yards. Could have been a lot.
Could have been more.
Yep, it could have been more, but it could also made that game a lot more less close. So,
and as we mentioned a little bit in the pregame show, these two teams, maybe Manchester played a little bit more clean last year, but the Tigers in their Week 2 game against Manchester was not clean at all. 5 turnovers, including 3 picks from Axton Best, had a fumble. Tigers still were tied at halftime, and once they cleaned some things up in the second half, they were able to go on to a 28-14 lead win. But Manchester, this is not a game to sleep on if you're the Tigers whatsoever. They bring back a handful of guys. Their starting quarterback had some experience last year, Dallas Martin. They've got plenty of guys in the backfield, as we mentioned before. 5 guys with over 7 carries or more. That means some fresh bodies. That means everybody's running on fresh legs every time they touch the ball. 4 wide receivers with grabs last week. It's just a handful for the Tigers to handle. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. I'm looking forward to bouncing off of you, saying, hey, what are the formations, you know, and getting that, because Michael and I didn't really know that last year as much as probably you do. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Do you think there's any weak spots that Bluffton can tighten up today that they should be aware of from what you saw last week?
Yeah, I think you know, we didn't pass well first half last week, and I think maybe we can get action. You know, get some short passes in, get them riled up. You know, get them in the zone, and then he can be able to be dangerous in that second half.
Axton was 10 of 16 last week. Still okay. 62% is just fine with 3 touchdowns and a pick. Certainly not the 3 that he had against Manchester last week. And that was a good test for Bluffton. Shenandoah was a solid squad last year, at a similar record as the Tigers. And look, Axton's got plenty of weapons. He doesn't have to do it all. That's the beauty of it. With Craig and Moore in the backfield and his wide receivers. A couple other guys, too. Trey Bustos, Colson Teeple, Maddox White getting his first catch on the varsity level. Parker Barnes. These are some of the guys you got to see at the middle school level as well.
Yes.
Talk about some of the younger guys.
Yeah, Maddox White, got to coach him last year. Great kid, great family, super athletic. I'm not surprised that he had that week 1 start last week. But and then Wyatt Holmes on the line had him. Yeah. He don't look like he's a freshman. He's a big guy. So
6'3", 270 pounds.
Big guy.
Wyatt Holmes. And that's what the Tigers need up front is some size, that's for sure. And they're returning a lot of guys from last year. Austin Bennett on the line. Zane Betts was a second-team All-ACAC guy. Grayson Crowder and Connor Landis. All guys bring back experience. And last year, it was a little tough for Coach Kunkel and Casey Kolkman, the offensive line coach. They were replacing everybody, and the experience was, okay, some JV experience, some middle school experience, not a ton of varsity experience. So when you're going up against the Heritage Patriots with can't remember his name, Riddle, Charlie Riddle, he big guy up front, the Adams Central lines, you kind of go, whoa, and your eyes get big. These are some big guys coming through the line. So another year of experience is going to be huge for Bluffton. And the Squires, Brian Inyart in his second year. That's so important for a team because Manchester has had 3 coaches in the last 4 years. This is the first time that they're going to have a coach in for his second year. It looks like the national anthem is going to be starting here. So we're going to take a break.
We've recently undergone a name change. Why the name change? Well, quite honestly, it's because trademarks matter. What's not changing is us, our processes, our approach. Now, why Flight Financial Advisors? For any flight to be successful, we need to have a lot of training, a lot of coordination, a lot of planning, and a team behind you. We want to be your flight team, help you chart the path, mitigate risks, and get you to your destination safely.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Call Toby, Kyle, Barb, or Mark for your insurance needs today.
Keep going. More.
Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Bluffton is where power meets adventure. From Ram trucks built to work to Chryslers built for your family and Jeeps built to explore, we've got it all. Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Your road starts here.
Passion. It's inside the barn at 5 a.m. It's dirty boots, calloused hands, and the energy to keep going. Passion is every step, again and again. Passion. It's giving it the best you've got. It's hard work that pays off. Show right. Feed your passion.
Welcome back to Bluffton High School. The band is on the field, a famous call, but not in the same context of the California-Stanford game many years ago. They will be playing Welcome to the Jungle. Hopefully you guys can hear that in the background. Maybe I'll stick my headphones out the window so you guys can hear. But the Tigers are going to be coming out with the banner out. Yes, you can see that on the screen. The Tigers will be coming out in their home opener for the first time this year. What's this feeling like when you were first game?
Yeah, a lot of nerves, a lot of excitement. We never had these big of crowds because we weren't as good, but still, it was still exciting.
Yeah, you went 5-6 your senior year. That's not bad for Bluffton football at that time. Coach Kunkel leading the guys out. No better guy to lead a group of men out on the field, I would say.
Great guy, great educator.
I always describe him as a guy I would run through a brick wall for.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Here come the Tigers at home for the first time this year. A lot of hope and expectations for this Bluffton squad, wearing the mostly all black uniforms in red primary or secondary color. The beautiful black helmets with the chrome reds. They've had some cool uniform and helmet drops over the last few years. I don't know. Did you guys have anything that special? They brought out new uniforms like in the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, Kunkel just changing the program all together, man. No, we just had the old basic, Bluffton jerseys. I got a few at the house, bought, and nothing these cool though. I love the red on red though.
Of course, it's always when you leave a school is when everything starts to become cooler.
Yeah, St. Francis getting a brand new locker room. I didn't even get to see all that. Yeah.
When was that? Just last couple of years?
Yeah, they're just going to start construction, I think, after this season.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's how it goes. My high school got a new gym floor. I was like, okay, whatever. You just gotta tune it out because you're gonna get jealous, and it's like, come on. That's true. Michael's saying the Tiger Den for him, but that was so long ago. Nobody cares anymore. I didn't even get to see when the Tiger Den before. I got to see the renovated version, so that's the only version I know.
Yeah, just what pale white, yellow, beige color is just boring.
Michael said, yeah, it got some character now to it.
Yep.
The tiger eyes looking in with the stripes. It's cool. It's cool. Bluffton's a cool school. And the big advantage, I love being at Bluffton because the officials are mic'd up. So when we're confused up here, I heard you guys a couple times, we have a flag, I don't know what it's for, and then the official makes some sort of hand motion, and Michael and I probably can't decipher what it is. Maybe you can better, but we have the mic'd up referees, so no prejudgments here We'll just listen to what they have to say, and then we'll make a determination on it. That's something I love about it.
Yeah, it makes our job easier, right?
Let's give them a large round of applause again for our Army National Guard members for their help tonight to make this so special.
So just kind of stealing the mic here from Ryan for a bit, bringing the game ball to the field for the Army National Guard is 2013 Bluffton High School graduate and football alum, Sergeant Andrew Wells. I know Sergeant Wells has kind of been around the program a little bit, kind of being this influential figure and just kind of putting like that mindset, right? Like what type of work it takes to kind of get to the results that you need and the hard work that kind of goes in both military and in football. Great to see Coach Wells, or Sergeant Wells, and the other Army National Guard out here with the Black Hawk helicopter and bringing out the game ball.
Thank you, Michael. That is cool, indeed. For those that did not see it or see any videos yet, we had a Black Hawk helicopter flying over the stadium at around 6:20 tonight, delivering the game ball out in the right side of your screen there. One of the cooler things, and I told these two, Brandon and Michael, I'd love to see the reaction of people that didn't know that this was going on. What is happening? But a very cool thing indeed. Don't get to see that every day. So our coin toss has happened. I don't know who's getting the ball first or who's deferring.
Manchester deferred.
There we go.
Bluffton got the ball.
And the most important thing is not our voices or Michael, although Michael's pretty important. It's the scoreboard. It's the Freedom Automotive scoreboard. Experience the ultimate freedom at Freedom Automotive Group of Bluffton. Our dedicated team is committed to going above and beyond to ensure you feel at ease in our showroom with our hassle-free financing options customized to meet your unique financial situation. Tigers are ready to roll. Manchester coming out to kick the ball off. Tigers with the ball first. Let's get this home opener underway for Bluffton. Manchester 1-0, Bluffton 1-0. Something's got to give early on.
Got Cooper, Craig, A.J. Strevler, and Trey Bustos deep for the Tigers.
Quite the crew back there. Receiving, Cooper the deepest of the two. Almost ready to roll here. And I think we're ready for some football tonight. Carson Heath kicking off for Manchester. Got a good leg, but this one a little to the right. Perfectly placed at the 5. Here comes Craig to return. He finds a seam on the left side, breaks a tackle, and gets out to about the 48-yard line. What a start for Bluffton on the return from Cooper Craig.
That's how you start a game, Ryan.
That is how you start a game.
Yeah, better than last week. Last week we Bluffton fumbled that opening kickoff, but we were able to return, get it back. But
it's a much better start than.
Not a great way to start your season.
No.
It was just a little scare.
And if I'm right, Craig was the one that returned the last kickoff to set up the Tigers' eventual game-winning field goal.
Correct.
So Axton Best, a couple yards behind center with Craig in the backfield. I already have a whistle. Play clock issue already. It's everybody's home opener here at Bluffton High School. We had Leo on the scoreboard instead of Manchester at one point. We had the PA microphone not working. Michael had his fun. I just got to sit back and watch it all.
Didn't change it after the middle school game, Ryan, on Tuesday.
There you go. I assume that's probably what it was. Tigers will start at the 50 at some point tonight.
Working out the kinks.
Yeah, we're going to add about 10 seconds to the scoreboard. That's why we're glad the officials have the microphones, because we would have no idea. We would be speculating this whole time, and we would have gotten it wrong for sure. Axton Best, couple yards behind center with Craig in the backfield. He'll hand off to him, and he will be met early, and I think the ball came out. Manchester early says it's theirs. And it will be Tigers' ball, but what a hit from Caden Young, the junior, right off the bat coming in from the linebacker spot. We talked about that. A couple fumbles for Bluffton last week, none lost. So keeping the trend early on. Remember, they had 5 turnovers last year in their 28-14 win over Manchester last year.
The monsoon game, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah. The 2-hour lightning delay game. That must have been the weirdest game to go to. I was not there, thank goodness. Would have been a late night for us. Axton Best goes back to pass. He'll find Eli Birch, who makes a good move. Initially, flag does fly. Birch just won't go down until now, out to about the 42, but a flag is on the field.
Looks like a block in the back. Yep.
And it will be. Block in the back on Bluffton, so bring that back. It negates about a 8 to 9 yard gain. Block the back is officially called. That's why we spent our pregame talking about penalties and fumbles for Bluffton. They keep the trend again on both. Maybe they're just trying to get it out of the way.
Yeah. Just need to settle in here.
Axton Best. Same formation. Now we'll bring Strevler behind him and a flag again. It's going to be a false start against the Tigers.
Not ideal,
No,
Ryan. Not ideal.
Not ideal at all. And you got to think Coach Kunkel has got to be very frustrated with his team. Just one official play off, not including our kickoff, to start the game.
20 yards to go for the Tigers.
Yeah, he don't look too happy, but not super animated yet.
Not yet. We'll wait for the stripes to do that for him. Okay, trips up top on the top of your screen. Birch is at the bottom. Axton Best looks for a screen. Now we'll scramble to his right. Flings over to Birch. And I believe getting a hand on it for the drop is Eli Metzger. Well, we got a playoff, but an incompletion. Bring up 3rd and 20. Do you think early game jitters at home have anything to do with this?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And then I think just the excitement, big crowd,
yeah.
Black Hawk helicopter in your background, like.
Best scrambles in the backfield, dodges a defender, now flings over towards the first down sticks, and A.J. Strebler comes down with it. First down, Bluffton Tigers. What a find for Best, who was scrambling and got out of the pocket with Aiden Bainey coming in for the sack. That's exactly what was drawn up in practice, wasn't it?
I don't think so, but hey, I think Coach Kunkel and the rest of the Tiger fans like Axton Best being the quarterback to do that type of thing.
Right.
You know.
One of the better scramblers, I believe, in the conference, in the area, I would say. I don't say that lightly. Best by himself. QB up the middle. He's going to keep going and bulldoze his way for another first down. Got to watch out for the legs of Best, as we just mentioned, just taking it himself on a design QB run. Tigers at the 24-yard line and driving.
First down.
Best again will line up by himself. He's got 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 2 at the top. Man in motion, fakes. Best got some room. Runs up and is tackled by Young again, but not before he gets a couple yards. Looks like about 9 for Best.
A lot of empty formation here, Ryan. I don't know if Coach Kunkel saw something on film and wanted to expose that.
A couple designed runs with him.
Yeah, I mean when they go open or empties, sorry, it makes that box lighter. So then you can come back with that QB run.
A lot of guys to cover on the outside, and they're fairly wide as well. That's what you can do with your skill positions being as talented as they are. Different formation here. We got Craig to Best's right and Kamel Moore in the backfield. First time we see him. He'll get the carry with Craig as the fullback. He'll gain a couple. Looks like it will be a first down for Moore on his first carry at the 11. Tigers inching closer to the end zone. Moore got the bulk of the carries last week. He had 11 attempts. Craig with 7. When we see Manchester, we'll see a lot of different running backs in the backfield. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. 7:30 left in this opening quarter. Best same formation, but with Craig to his left. Fakes the handoff to Moore, now slips out. Cooper Craig, he's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers. 11-yard pass to Cooper Craig out of the backfield, and the Tigers have taken an early lead.
Great play design there. You faking it left, bring Cooper Craig back right, action roll out. Great play. Great red zone type play right there.
Right. Bluffton threw a lot out at the Manchester defense, trying to confuse them early, using a lot of their weapons. And the kick from Ribich is going to be good. So Tigers take a 7-0 lead at the 7:16 mark here as we take a break on Witness Media.
Are you looking for a place where Christian values meets compassionate care? Christian Care Retirement Community has an independent living, assisted living, specialized memory care, and their new short-term rehabilitation program designed for the best in recovery. The mission of Christian Care is enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate service, rooted in faith, guided by love, and dedicated to respect and stewardship. Join them in the experience to support community where Christian values shine through. Christian Care Retirement Community, where faith and care come together.
Back at Bluffton, High School Tigers with an 11-yard pass from Axton Best to Cooper Craig on screen. Our first touchdown of our first quarter, brought to you by Sprunger & Sprunger, founded by Corey and Allison Sprunger. From adoption to advanced elder law planning and everything in between, Sprunger & Sprunger is a full-service law firm with offices in Berne, Bluffton, Portland, Waynedale, Angola, and Fort Wayne. It is easy and convenient to visit Sprunger & Sprunger for all your legal needs. Manchester ready to receive. Don't put it past Coach Kunkel to use one of those design squibbers with his high-flying guys going downfield. Kind of did something like it, but catching it is Cody Carroll, who takes it all the way to the right side, and he's going to be brought down right away. And the Squires will open up at about the 27-yard line. Tackled by Colson Teeple. A lot of speed on the special teams unit. That'll bring out senior Dallas Martin, dual threat quarterback for the Squires. Was 10 of 14 on pass completions for 262 yards, a couple touchdowns and no picks. Also had 14 carries for Manchester last week. All up on the line and under center. Martin will toss on the left side. Looked like a lot of space early, but the Tigers swarm to get Reese Gertie. Gain of a couple.
Yeah, Ryan, you'll see Bluffton adjusting here first couple plays just to see that game speed like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits so much faster. You just can't simulate that during practice. Especially a team that, that mostly runs spread, and then you get to come in here and have to try to practice play wing tee.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard.
Martin behind center again. He'll go back and throw. This one a little bit too far for Gertie for an incompletion. Bring up third and 3. I'm going to say 4 yards based on where the marker's at. I'm going to say 3rd down and 4. Michael confirms. Our statistician, production guy, fill in for sometimes explaining what the helicopter's for guy. And cross-country coach. Good luck at Oak Hill tomorrow. They're down at 4. Martin will hand the ball off, and looks like it's going to be enough for a first down for Manchester. That was number 21, Maddox Greer. Junior, one of 4 running backs / fullbacks that received the ball on the ground last week for Manchester. That'll open up a new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the 39. Martin didn't see who he handed the ball off to. That was tough to see from up here. Still have no idea who got the ball. My apologies. Brandon's shaking his head too. I have no idea what just happened. I was like, did he lose the ball? Did he have it himself? Whatever it was, a gain of about 4.
Yeah, just a big pile of mess right there, Ryan. I just
no idea. Martin under center. He'll hand off close to the sticks. It looks like they'll mark him short. That was Caden Young, the fullback on the carry. Be about 1 yard, maybe a little less for the Squires. So many options in the backfield, if that's what you want to call it, for Manchester. So close to the line. Then they'll break out a throw every once in a while. Martin with it, hands off right away. Didn't get much, but based on where the official is, it might have been a first down by the nose. Again, not sure who got the carry, and officials will call a first down.
After that run for Manchester, earns a first down for the Squires.
Have some whistles going on. Any idea, Brandon?
a little play clock
Okay.
issue. They started too early.
Okay.
New operator.
Now
That's
at their own 49 is a first down, 2 for 2 on those conversions. Ball is loose. Bluffton will pick that up easily. We'll take that.
Looks like Cooper Jenkins.
And I believe that's Griffin Morgan. Maybe 34. I can't tell.
64.
It
Cooper
is
Jenkins.
64. Okay, gotcha.
Cooper
You
Jenkins.
were right. Cooper Jenkins on the fumble recovery, and the Tigers will take over. Sorry, I didn't trust you. I thought it was a 3.
It did look.
I
It did
can't
look.
see up here.
And he had it all scrunched up too.
And sometimes you expect Big Griff to come up with it, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Cooper Jenkins with the fumble recovery, and the Tigers much needed as they'll go back out on offense here with under 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Empty formation again.
Best will throw this time. Scrambles again out of that. He's going to run, and he's got a ton of speed, and he's got a lot of space. First down Tigers as he avoids Aiden Bainey and friends.
First down for the Tigers. Ball placed on about the 25-yard line.
Tigers at the 25. A lot of momentum on the offense after a couple early penalties and a fumble from Craig. Don't believe, well, I don't believe the clock is going. I think it should be, right? Sitting at 4:30 right now after the carry. Best will hand off. Kamel Moore with a little burst of speed, and he'll hammer his way through inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Bluffton using all of its toys on offense.
Yeah, a lot of guys touched the ball already early in this game.
Got a catch from Strevler, Birch. Maxton Best is scrambled and ran himself a few times. Craig and Moore each with touches.
It's hard to stop when you got that many guys.
Yep. Best brings in Strevler from the backfield. A little bit of deception as Moore will carry up the middle. That'll be easily a first down for him, and we're going to get first down and goal at the maximum yardage of 10. Tigers inching their way forward. Big chunk play after big chunk play. They have it working. A couple early scores. Adams Central up 7-0 in the first quarter. South Adams up 13-0 in the first. Thank you, Michael, for that, our statistician and now reporter as well.
Your business card's going to be too long after this, Michael.
A little bit of movement on either side. We'll see who jumped first, Bluffton or Manchester. It appears we're having some game clock issues as well. Like we said, it's everybody's opening home game here at Bluffton.
We had problems last week. We had problems this week. Other people have problems.
It takes a team.
Yeah,
you know, and it takes a lot of prayer for technology to be on your side. I believe they're going to call the whistle on Bluffton. It'll be 5 yards back to the 15. So it'll be first and goal at the 15 to start as we get all these things sorted out.
We're just having fun, right?
Yeah, we just get to talk about it.
Yeah. Don't got to worry about it. They're all talking over here, just stressing, and I'm just sitting here watching football.
We're just watching. Read an ad every now and then. Axton Best, he's fun to watch. Hands off to Moore. He's got some space, but a good tackle by Reese Gertie to stop him from potentially scoring. He'll get back to the 10. 2nd and 10. Goal to go. Under 3 minutes now in this opening quarter. Tigers lead 7-0 early. Tigers have thrown many different formations out there. They'll stick with Cooper Craig to the right and Moore in the backfield. Best will keep it himself, and a shoestring tackle, another one by Reese Gertie.
Great tackle. Great open field tackles. Touchdown saving as well.
Could argue both back-to-back with Moore and Best. Both plays by Gertie. Two very important tackles for number 34. That'll make it 3rd down and just over the 10-yard marker. Moore will step out. See what the Tigers design here. They do have a field goal kicker now. We have not been able to say that for a long time, and it's on the left hash. So sweet spot for Ethan Ribbich if needed. Axton Best now will fire. End zone. Good throw, but just dropped. It was a tough catch out there for, I believe that is Bustos. It's a good-looking play. Axton had him. Just was unable to convert. And get used to this, Tigers. Bluffton is going out for a field goal kick. Ethan Ribich, the freshman, made the eventual game winner last week from 29 yards out on the left hash.
Freshman holder as well,
Yes,
Ryan.
Maddox White with the hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Ethan Ribich. That'll make Pops happy. Scott Ribich. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Tigers lead 10-0.
I'm still right, and I was here just 1 year. I fell and broke my hip, and so walking is the best thing for me. And this is a wonderful place to walk.
Here at Adams Woodcrest, we offer assisted living with your independence in mind. We welcome your small furry friends. Come enjoy an outdoor stroll on our lovely grounds or participate in numerous activities with friends and residents. Adams Woodcrest is extraordinary living where everyone is family.
Back here at Bluffton, Ethan Ribich. He's 2 for 2 on the year so far. I wasn't going to say 1 for 1 because that would have jinxed him and they would have missed it, and then it would have been my fault, and then Scott Ribich wouldn't have liked me anymore, and I want to be on his good side. Tigers lead 10-0 early here. Offense got it rolling on both of their drives. Manchester had a good drive going before a fumble given back by Cooper Jenkins, giving the Tigers the ball again, and thus lead 10-0. Kickoff out to about the 17-yard line, returned by Eli Metzger, takes it towards the right side. Decent gain for him. The Squires will set up shop for the second time around the 27-yard line.
He is brought down around the 27-yard line. Be a 1st and 10 for the Squires.
Yeah, Ryan, if I'm Manchester, I'm forgetting that drive, just getting back to your basics, run your 5 favorite plays here, and just, try to forget that fumble.
Martin will be behind center, had a couple 3rd down conversions to start, had something rolling. Again, that fumble just stalls the drive out. Martin on the option will flip. Nice stiff arm out to about the 35 from Reese Gertie, who's making all the plays on both sides of the ball. Gains a good chunk.
He is brought down by the Tigers, number 34, Griffin Morgan.
Be 2nd and 3 on the 7-yard pickup.
3 yards to go. Ball spotted near the 35-yard line.
Gertie last week, 7 carries for 57 yards. Under a minute left in our opening quarter. A flip and some space, but Tigers will get out and swarm before the 1st down marker. That's tackled by Aaron Jessup from the defensive back position, helped cleaned up by Griffin Morgan. Manchester will have to snap the ball. 1 second differential between game clock and the, the shot clock, the play clock.
Yep.
Basketball mode. 3rd down and 1 from the 37. Here's the snap. Martin will hand off, and a big hit from Griffin Morgan will stuff that on 3rd and 1. He'll be about, I think, a yard or 2 short. And we'll see what Manchester does after we come back from this end of the first quarter. 10-0 Tigers lead.
Only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Your local Ace has everything you need, and since we're right around the block, we'll deliver your paint for free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Here at Berne Ready Mix, Building strong communities is not just something we say. It's something we do. We are proud to be a part of the residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal projects in the communities we serve. Contact us to discuss your next project.
Coming back here, a very important 4th and 2. Start our Bumgarner Attorneys second quarter. For nearly 75 years, Bumgarner Attorneys have provided superior legal services to the families of Adams, Wells, and Jay counties. Griffin Morgan burst through the offensive line for a 1-yard loss. That forces a 4th down and 2. Manchester going to go for it from their own 36. Martin going to go back himself, and he's going to get brought down immediately. What a tackle in the backfield from Cooper Craig. Tigers take over. There was nowhere for Martin to go. That play never stood a chance.
Read it great. I don't know if he had a blitz called there or what the occasion was, but great play by Cooper Craig.
That'll leave Bluffton at the 31-yard line after the sack of about 5 yards for Craig. Craig will be back out there for the Tigers in the backfield. I believe Declan Greaser now enters the offensive chat. Here to start off this third drive for Bluffton. Craig gets the carry. He'll bumble his way forward for about 3 or 4 yards, maybe a little more.
Ball is handed off to the Tigers.
He'll cut the yardage in half for 2nd and 5.
With a gain of around 5 yards on the play.
Nice tough run right there.
That will bring up 2nd down.
That's really the definition of Cooper Craig. It's a good, tough run from him.
He runs hard every time he gets the ball.
Best hands off to Craig, who had a huge hole to run through, and he barrels his way forward well inside the 20 at the 14-yard line. Good carry for him and a Tigers 1st down.
Brings up another Bluffton Tigers. 1st down.
Tigers offense rolling against this Manchester defense, who's had a couple good plays on the defensive side, but just too much firepower for the Tigers. See if they can punch one in. Entering the red zone again. Best hands off to Craig again. He's got a burst of speed, will get hit. I believe that was Gertie on the initial hit. Not sure if he'll get credited with the tackle, but he certainly stopped the freight train of Cooper Craig to stop inside the 5. We're at the 3-yard line now.
That's right, 1st down and goal for the Tigers. Ball on about the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3. Kamel Moore in the backfield with Cooper Craig and Declan Greaser to his right, I believe that was. Kamel Moore gets the carry. Flag does fly. Moore might have gotten a yard when it's all said and done, but we'll see if it matters.
There is a flag on the play.
Little full house formation there. They saw that a few times last week in the red zone, but I guess it didn't work out this time. But hey, that's a great backfield you to have.
Yeah, and that's interesting because Bluffton practices that a lot. They bring it out a lot. I remember Hunter Wenger would get the ball at times on that. It wasn't exactly an offensive player, but a big body and a trusted senior. They would use him on that. But that'll back Bluffton up again. Last red zone drive, they also had a 5-yard penalty that brought them back from the 10 to the 15 and ended in a field goal. Tigers with Craig in the backfield. Best will fire towards the end zone, in trouble, and that's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Cody Carroll. ball just didn't get enough air under it with Strevler going up, and the Tigers have turned the ball over. 1st and 10 for Manchester at the 20. Can't have that if you're the Tigers.
It's always not good to turn it over, but especially in the red zone,
Right.
right? And I mean, that's a killer.
So the Squires will take over here with 9:50 left. So they get it, give the ball back on downs after a Cooper Craig sack, and their defense is able to hold again in the red zone. Just 3 points on the last 2 drives that started at the 10 and the 3 eventually. Gertie on the outside. He's got some space. Craig piggybacked him for a while and got him down for about a 5-yard gain. We'll see if Manchester can use some of that into this drive, some of that momentum.
Spotted near the 26-yard line. Will bring up 2nd down and about 4 or 5 yards. Super helpful. Keep doing that.
Martin will toss, and he'll be met immediately. That's Declan Greaser, who broke the block on the outside. He's able to stuff him. That was going to be probably a 1st down carry.
Yeah, I didn't see really anybody behind Declan there, so great play by him.
Now, what did you played on the defensive side at St. Francis?
Correct.
What position?
Safety.
You were safety. How
Yep.
tough is it to break a block like that on the edge when it's 1-on-1?
Yeah, I mean, I played boundary safety at St. Francis, so I played a lot in the box. So I had to do, I was basically a hybrid between a linebacker and a safety. But, yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's all about technique. It's all about, getting to your spot that you need to go. And it's hard, but I feel like I can. It's hard to explain, Ryan. I mean, but it's there's so many different techniques to get away from a block. But you can beat him with speed. You can beat him with a rip. But no,
strength.
Strength.
Like
just run them right over. Yeah, but no, it's tough.
4th down and 7. I like to ask the tough questions. I am a journalist, right?
Yeah.
Michael gets hit with those all the time. Last year was super easy. It was, hey, good play by the defensive back, a lot of speed. Michael, talk to us about running. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. And with that, we'll take a break.
Come see us at Gia & Co. Boutique in Berne, Indiana. We offer women's clothing with inclusive sizing, accessories, and more. We are open in store Tuesday through Saturday with new arrivals every week. Or you can always shop with us online at www.giaandcoboutique.com. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials to keep up with all things Gia. Our team cannot wait to see you in store soon to help with all your fashion wants and needs.
For nearly 70 years, Baumgartner attorneys have provided dependable legal services to you, your parents, and your grandparents.
With both Dave and Nick Baumgartner providing legal services, you can be assured that we'll be here for generations to come. Whether your legal needs include estate planning, estate settlements, real estate, corporations, LLCs, or personal injury, we're here to serve you.
So come and visit us in Berne or call 589-3139. Baumgartner Attorneys, legal services for you and your family.
Punt is away to Cooper Craig. Nice return, about 15 or more yards for the return man. Tigers, good defensive possession on a 4th and 7 when they lost kind of some momentum in the end zone on Axton Best's pick. So now the Tigers will take over in Squire territory.
We'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Catching punts ain't easy, Ryan. I give people a lot of credit for catching punts. One, it's nerve-wracking because you're looking straight up in the air and you don't know what's coming.
Yep.
And, yeah, I think that was always my biggest fear when I was playing football.
So you were a return man.
Yep, as well. Yep.
And the ball could bobble too, depending on what you can see in the rain and the wind. I don't envy that. On the end around, A.J. Strevler gets a nice gain. That's how we start Tigers' fourth drive. 8 minutes left, plenty of time for both teams in the second quarter. We'll see how Best handles the interception. Had one last week against Shenandoah. Last year had 3 against Manchester, so hoping not to repeat that. Maybe you'll have a limit of 1 pick per game. This ball is in the air. It's going to be caught by Bustos. He's going to have to do something with it. Strevler throws a block, and Bustos is going to be down way back in the backfield, tackled by guess who? That's Reese Garte.
Yeah, Ryan, Bluffton had that a few times last week as well. Just
bad snaps.
Bad snaps, low and a couple high. And I know talking to Kunkel this week, he wasn't too happy with that, but hey, stuff happens. You just got to, you got to rebound.
Early in the season. I'll tell you, after Bluffton's game with Manchester last week, there was no more 5-turnover games in their arsenal. Tigers do get fumble back. 3rd and 19. Axton going to try to make something happen. He's going to create himself some time. Looking and throws a little bit downfield, incomplete. Had a couple receivers in other directions, but on a 3rd and 19, you're almost signing up for failure. So Tigers will punt. Back there is Abram Garrett, his first attempt tonight. Do it from the Squire 45. Garrett got a decent leg. Drive this one, and the Squires will let it go. So will the Tigers. Ball will bounce at the 16-yard line. That's a good-looking leg from Abram Garrett. And the Squires will start inside their own 20. Michael's been waiting to share this information with me of Brent Kunkel's outside coaching career because I had to laugh. Michael, I can bounce things off of Brandon a little bit more football-wise, as Michael and I are not football players necessarily, X's and O's wise. But on the media guide, he throws out track and field sectional, track and field ACAC champs. He's track and field coach assistant or coach of the year, along with he also does football too. He had a couple sectionals there. But then he wants me to bring up his girls basketball head coaching tenure, in which he went 6-15 and 6-13. That's Michael Vanderkolk on the sideline reporting. I would always just throw it to you last year. Hey, that guy went really fast. Talk to me about track and field. And he has no microphone, so I can do this without any response now.
Thanks, Michael. All the viewers are appreciative of your factness.
Yes. Brent Kunkel, he can coach it all. Coming to a tennis court near you, perhaps. 2nd down and 10 for Manchester. Now to the serious stuff. Martin will take the carry, and he'll be met by Griffin Morgan amongst a host of Tigers in the backfield. I believe we had Declan Greaser out there and Colson Teeple. I'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Haven't seen a lot of Martin on the ground yet. He's had a couple option plays. He's thrown it once or twice. He's given it to Reese Gertie a pair of times, but not much from him, but he gets stuffed on 2nd down. Might be throwing position here for Martin, who loses the ball on the snap and has to fall on it. Squires will recover, but the Squires don't give themselves a chance on a 3rd and 11, so punting unit will come onto the field. Tigers will have just over 4.5 minutes with this drive, as long as nothing crazy happens. Stravler back deep with Cooper Craig. Doing the punting duties, all kicking duties, Carson Heath from Manchester, a senior. Get this away, a couple of hands got close. Stravler will make a block for Craig. Has a crease on the left side, will just bully his way through and ends up gaining about 20, 25 yards on the return. Cooper Craig, very solid overall tonight, especially on returns.
Yeah, I preach to my middle schoolers that special teams is really important.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to high school and college level, it can make or break field position. It can make, you can cause turnovers.
I thought we were listening into the official who interrupts Brandon's coaching tips. A holding on Manchester will be 10 yards added to the end of the kick. So Tigers will be in great territory at the 15. Go ahead if you had anything else.
Yeah. It's just, I just told my 8th graders just the other day, it's a great way to get varsity time as well. I mean, if you show effort in special teams, they're going to put you in. Great field position now.
It's already great to begin with. Adding the 10 yards on the hold. Greaser in the backfield with Craig. Craig tries to get the outside, but he will be tackled. We've said this name 400 times today. Reese Gertie. What a night he's having on both sides of the ball.
He's everywhere tonight.
No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Bluffton. Last time they were down here, last 2 times they've been down here, had a pick, had a made field goal. And last drive stalling out thanks to a bad snap that went over the head of Axton Best. Tigers looking to clean it up. Cooper Craig carry just for a few yards. Looks like he gains about 5. Cuts the yardage in half. It'll be a 3rd down, about medium for Bluffton. Clock rolling down about 3.5 minutes.
Red zone's tough, Ryan, because everything shrinks up.
Right.
Your holes shrink up. You don't got as many yards. Defense is all amped up, trying to, have that bend, don't break mentality. But as an offense, you just want to, run your plays and be able to do what you can. I mean, it gets tougher in the red zone for both teams, but we got a timeout.
Tigers will call a timeout. We'll take a break with them.
Building people's dreams for the past 19 years, Marquee Builders offers a complete design build experience. Whether you're looking to build a new home or just update your existing home, we offer a full range of construction services to Adams and the surrounding counties. If you need help visualizing your project, we have a full-time design staff that can work with you to create the look of your dreams. Big or small, the attention to detail and exceptional quality is what all of our customers have come to expect. Give us a call for your free consultation or stop in and visit us at our showroom in Berne.
3:04 left in our opening half here on opening night at Bluffton High School for football week 2. Tigers have a 10-0 lead. Manchester can come away with a big win in the first half. They can stall out the Tigers again. Face a 3rd and 5 situation. Best will go empty. It's got trips to the top of your screen. Pair of receivers at the bottom. Got to watch for a design run here too with Best using his legs. Best will do just that. He'll run up the middle. The ball comes loose again. A Tiger jumped near it with a couple Squires, and I believe Bluffton will pick it up. My goodness, that ball just flew out, and the Tigers are very lucky to have been able to recover it. Michael's calling out Parker Barnes potentially on the recovery. I did not see it, but whoever it was is playing hero at the moment for Bluffton. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Best by himself now with Strevler. He'll fake it to him, and he's going to end up in the end zone. Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers. Using his legs to get in again. The Tigers will take 16-0 lead at the moment.
A lot more QB run this week than last week.
Ethan Ribich, freshman kicker out there for PAT. Snap and hold is good. Leg is good as well. 17-0 lead for Bluffton with 2:26 left here in the half.
Are you sick of working 12-hour shifts and weekends at your current job? Come join our team at Smith Brothers Berne, where we pride ourselves in providing our employees with a family atmosphere, a Monday through Friday work week, and a clean and air-conditioned work environment. Our employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $16 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year, with yearly bonus incentives and a competitive benefits package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at 356 Monroe Street in Berne.
.226 left here. Our videographer in real time, Michael Vanderkolt, confirms it was Parker Barnes on the recovery. Went back and looked at the film on our YouTube live stream. That's a great feature that you can have. You can watch our broadcast live, or you can pause it if you got to eat a meal at the table or something. It's a great option to have if you're not here at a very packed house here at Bluffton High School. Love to see that. Manchester with a decent crowd on the other side of your screen, at least a moment ago. Abram Garrett on kickoff duties, ready to give the ball back to Manchester. Seems like that touchdown really can take the wind out of the sails for Manchester. We'll see how they recover from that with 2.5 minutes. Picked up on the ground. Decent return for Eli Metzger. How big? It seems like a big difference between holding Bluffton to a potentially 3 or 0 and a touchdown there.
Yeah, I think it took the wind out of the sail for Manchester. They haven't had 2 great offensive drives. The last 2 drives they've been out, but I think they're just, I don't know, maybe a little nervous, still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
Maybe we're giving them something up front that they don't know what's, giving them some difficulty. Linebackers are playing great for Bluffton, though.
Dallas Martin under center to lead this 2.5-minute drive. Has some space on the outside, being chased by Griffin Morgan and Aaron Jessup, who combine on the tackle. Maddox Greer with a lot of speed, but Tigers defense just matching that and closing any lane that he was able to find.
And about 9 yards to go.
Martin just 1 of 5 throwing the ball today. Has 3 carries for a -6.
If I'm Manchester, we need to get him in the run game, get him moving.
Yep, I think so. They'll hand the ball off and get popped by Griffin Morgan. Has another tackle. This one, not sure if it was for loss or not. Might be a gain of 1, actually. That one, Caden Young on the carry. Bluffton will use a timeout, and we will take one as well.
On a winning team, players get the job done right the first time. At Helena Chemical Company, getting the job done right is the only job we have. During the growing season, we show customers how to grow stronger, more profitable crops with the Helena Acre, a production system that achieves higher yields and greater returns. A key product on the Helena Acre team is Hydrahume, an organic acid that gives crops a better chance to take up more nutrients and moisture for stronger returns at harvest. To learn more, go to helenaconnects.com.
1:30 left here in the half. It's 3rd and 8 for Manchester. Bluffton defense has been really stellar in their front seven. We were just talking about it. Just 31 rushing yards for the Squires tonight. That's a great sign if you're Bluffton. Just 1 for 5 through the air for no yards passing. We'll see what the Squires will do. Tigers, we have maybe 1 timeout left for Bluffton. Certainly will use that if they can make a stop here on 3rd and 8. If necessary. You got to think Manchester might try to run the ball here. Martin with the ball. They will drop back to pass. He'll fling it in the air. Has a partially open receiver, and he catches it. Going down. One man to beat, and he does. It's Cody Carroll. What a touchdown throw from Martin. A flag flies at the end of the play, but a huge 65-yard score from Martin to Carroll. Martin just went back and flung that thing. It almost looked like he didn't even look, but makes a great throw. 65 yards. Now that is not what I expected.
No.
Manchester, last year, the 2 touchdowns they had were over 65 yards or more. Those were the 2 times they scored. Manchester flagged for a 5-yard penalty after the play was over. It was spiking the football. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct. Did not know that is a flag. No Gronk spiking here in Indiana high school football. Carson Heath. Oh, snap is high, and the Tigers will block it. So our score will be 17-6 with 1:18 remaining. Tigers will have another shot at it as we take a break.
In a world worried about the next post, next purchase, next minute, what if we focus on the important over the fleeting? Invest in what lasts. With Everence, grow a fresh outlook to your financial future with financial services rooted in enduring values, faith and purpose, community and love, sharing and giving. Join Everence and make an impact.
Seventeen to 6. Tigers have the lead. Blocks the extra point on not a great snap from the center. We got 1:18 left to play, but boy, did not have a 65-yard completion on the bingo card after seeing what we saw from Manchester in the first half. They were 1 for 5 with no yards prior. That is a killer for Bluffton. Still has the lead, still has a chance to match it. And they will add 5 yards to the end of this kick with the unsportsmanlike spiking after the touchdown. Cody Carroll, respect. He was excited. He was excited.
He probably don't get so much action, in that wing tee offense, so he's probably just excited to get a big old bomb get thrown to him and run it in for 6.
Carson Heath set to kick. Tigers will get some better field position, and if Cooper Craig does his thing again, Tigers could really have this thing at the 50 or better. Can't avoid it now. Heath will kick off, and Craig will catch and return. He's past the 30 already. There he goes again. He's going to break one. Now at the 40 and the 30. Breaks by the kicker. And just as we said, now down at the 20-yard line. Tigers with over a minute to get another score.
Number 32, Cooper Craig, has returned a tremendous amount of yards. He is taken down at the 19-yard line.
Now that is how you start a response drive after that.
And 10 for the Tigers at the 19.
I'd like to know his all-purpose yards for today, just on return yards. I mean, and then with his rushes, he's probably well over 100 yards already just in returning yards.
He's in the backfield. Tigers still have a timeout to play with as Cooper now goes in the slot. Best has plenty of options, has Bustos wide open in the end zone if he wants. He cannot shake a tackle, and he'll end up throwing anyways for a first down and more, and getting inside the 5-yard line. That was Maddox White, I believe, on the catch, and almost slipped through for a touchdown. He had Trey Bustos, but he was getting harassed in the backfield by a couple linemen for Manchester.
I saw Cooper Craig open as well, so he had some options.
We're going to stay here. Bluffton calls a timeout, 56 seconds to go with 6 yards on 1st and goal. Tigers have plenty of options to play with here. They got the legs of Axton Bass. They got the running backs of Kamel Moore and Cooper Craig. They've got plenty of options in wide receiver realm as well. It was from 8 yards out when Axton Best threw a pick towards the left hash in the end zone intended for Strevler. Got to think he's going to want another chance at that, but no reason for Bluffton to really take a chance on 1st and 6, still with a minute left.
What do you think about this, Ryan? Cooper Craig, 2 kickoff returns, 101 yards, and punt 2 for 38. So
I think that is really good.
Yeah.
He just, every time he's had it tonight, whether it's in the backfield or returning kicks or punts, he's made an impact. And like you said, special teams is so important. That's a lot of good blocking down the field too.
Special teams is all about effort, Ryan.
Yep. First down and 6. Bass will roll to his left. He's got time, and he's got A.J. Strevler. Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers. Pitch and catch for 6 yards. Heading out towards the left end zone. 50 seconds remain, and the Tigers, in about 20 seconds, answer the Manchester 65-yard bomb.
A.J. just catches touchdowns. 2 last week, 2 catches. Yeah,
Yep.
2 catches last week for
That
2
is
touchdowns.
correct. Ethan Ribich, ready for a PAT. Good snap, hold, and leg. 3 for 3 for Ribich. 24-6. Tigers have the lead. We'll take a quick break.
We plan for everything, always looking ahead to successfully navigate the ups and downs that life brings our way. So why is planning your funeral pushed to the back of the list? The answer to that question is different for everyone, but the staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt want you to know that this process is easy, stress-free, and is a wonderful gift that you can give your family. Pre-plan today. Give us a call at 260-724-7167 to set up an appointment.
24-6, Tigers lead. A nice safe throw from Best to Strevler on the last one for 6 yards. Our multifaceted Swiss Army knife Michael Vanderkolk also has traveled to multiple football games tonight and has gotten the score. It's 14-all Adams Central and East Side in that game. So that's one that Tigers fans will hold near and dear to their hearts with the Jets. It's one of the teams they're going to try to chase after in the ACAC, like Heritage. Those are weeks down the line, though. There's plenty of football to be played, including 50.6 seconds left in this half. Garrett will squib on the right side. It'll give decent field position, caught by Jonathan Miller. Now Manchester, despite a 65-yard touchdown pass on their last play, has not thrown the ball well, and the Tigers, I believe, are going to be more prepared in the secondary with 47 seconds left on some prevent defense. I don't know what Carson Heath's leg looks like. Seemed to, well, I guess we didn't see his PAT. It was blocked. But on his kickoffs, he's had a pretty decent leg, so I assume he can hit one if needed, but we'll see if we get to that point. 47 seconds to determine that. Manchester with just a couple receivers on the outside. Now we'll put a man in motion. Martin will go back to pass. A lot of Tigers nearby, but he does connect for a 3-yard pass to Reese Gertie. Clock will be rolling. Manchester a little bit of hurry up, probably just seeing what they can get on these few plays. I don't know what the timeout situation looks like. Michael holding up 2 fingers. He knew that I was going to ask that. Fortune teller Michael Vanderkolk. Martin will flip over to Gertie, who picks up a first down. Was hit hard on the way out. 10.8 seconds left as they cross midfield. And Manchester will use a timeout. We'll keep it here for now with just 10 seconds to go. It's going to be tough for Manchester to find something with Bluffton now being fully aware they're going to try to throw something downfield at some point if they get close.
Yeah, Ryan, I don't think they're going to be in man coverage with 10 seconds left. They'll bluff the defense. Let's just sit back and, you cover 4, you prevent, and just play everything in front of you.
There's a one-on-one with Cody Carroll on that 65-yard touchdown strike. Tigers were looking for a potential run where they could hold them to less than 8 yards on 3rd down so that they could start their drive. What they didn't expect is Dallas Martin to just fling it down the field, as we've seen him do. We had over 200 yards last week on 10 throws, but just probably didn't expect that on the defensive side. More prepared now as you see a bunch of Tigers within the 30 to 10-yard range near the end zone. So Martin will go back, had early pressure, does connect with 4 seconds to go. That's Eli Metzger. Doesn't matter as much at this stage, but it is first down. Manchester will call a timeout. What do you think? They try a shot in the end zone on this one? I didn't hear. Was that their 2nd or 3rd timeout? Anybody?
The 3rd, I believe.
Third timeout. So probably take a shot down the field here and take it to the locker room.
Yeah. Try to get some points in here before half. Go in the locker room.
I'll try to mention. Keep that up. Manchester does have 4 pass catchers from last week, Metzger, Bean, Carroll, and Gertie. We've seen Carroll and Gertie a couple times tonight. We have seen Metzger as well on that last catch. So you definitely have the personnel to do it. They distribute the ball on the ground pretty equally as they do in the air. And we do now know that Dallas Martin does, in fact, have an arm. Definitely be able to get it to the end zone. I have a couple defensive backs for Bluffton and Manchester going with 4 wide receivers, 3 at the top. So Martin's going to go back, get some pressure, and just flings it. And this one's going to be intercepted. An ill-advised throw. Now going down the field. He's going to have a chance. There's zeros on the scoreboard. Not going to be able to get there, but what a play from Bluffton to end the half. He was trying to throw it away with just a few seconds. I believe that is Griffin Morgan on the interception, nearly took it to the house, but that's how we're going to end our first half. We do want to shout out before we go to halftime with the band coming out. First-year band director, a fresh graduate from Indiana University, drum major Tristan Alt. So wanted to, the band director, is Evan Callow. So they will be doing their halftime performance. Wanted to give that a shout-out before we left. 24-6, though, the Bluffton Tigers with some fireworks and a helicopter in the background.
At Swiss Village, our mission is simple: pursuing life together. Every day, we create a community where life is full, active, and meaningful. Here, neighbors become friends, team members feel like family, and every moment matters. Whether you're searching for a vibrant place to live or a rewarding place to work, you'll find it here at Swiss Village. Swiss Village, pursuing life together. Learn more at swissvillage.org.
Do you know all of the services provided at Decatur Hardware and Rental? We're a U-Haul dealer. We fill grill tanks, test pool water, custom mix paint, cut keys, ship UPS packages, cut glass, rent tents, tables, and chairs, a trencher, skid loader, tractor, sod cutter, scaffolding, and so many more items. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, or paint. Decatur Hardware and Rental can make your project much easier to complete. Decatur Hardware and Rental, across from the Bungie plant, do it best.
These days, peace of mind starts at your front door. Innovative Concepts has been helping protect families for over 30 years with our trusted security experience. From smart cameras to burglary alarm systems with local 24/7 monitoring, we install it all. With a low monthly monitoring fee, protecting what matters most has never been easier. Call Innovative Concepts Audio Video today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Ms. Lehman Realtors and Auctioneers have been serving this great community since 1960.
We are here to help you through all stages of life.
From commercial properties
to auctions
to farmland and equipment
and owning your first home.
We have the expertise and experience you can count on.
Visit us in person or online at mslehman.com.
At Fisher Dental, we fix teeth. We also develop relationships with our patients to create lifelong friends.
Here at Fisher Dental, we clean, extract, and fill teeth. We also make crowns, bridges, partials, and dentures.
At Fisher Dental, we like smiles. And remember, we've got your back. And your teeth.
From dreamer to doer, bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be, turning passion into profession, finding your true calling in a career, and bringing your dreams to life, it takes two things: the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers with accessible, flexible learning pathways and world-class people making world-changing connections. The road ahead, it's closer than you think. Discover the way at IWU.
Welcome to RK Financial, a non-intimidating atmosphere where we confidently give you answers to your financial questions and concerns. We specialize in 401ks and IRAs with full service on the Indiana 529 College Savings Plan. You'll find solutions to your retirement goals and estate planning needs, as well as making recommendations on your life insurance and long-term care insurance solutions. Check out our new website at www.rkfinancialinc.com. This is Randy Kistler inviting you to stop in to see me or Alex as we journey together to meet your financial goals.
I'm Peyton Priest, and I play volleyball at the University of St. Francis. I had opportunities to play at another university. I chose St. Francis because I wanted to be closer to home. I wanted a more faith-based college. I just feel at home and safe when I walk around campus. The professors know my name. That's what I love. I love seeing how God has brought me here to St. Francis. Coming here was the right choice for me.
Partnerships thrive, integrity leads the way, and dedication meets innovation. Tried and true. Trueland Equipment. We have the tools and services you need to work the land. A John Deere provider with a broad inventory, assisting you in service and technical support. We respond to your concerns quickly. For all your equipment needs, choose Trueland Equipment, where provider means partner.
We are back here at Bluffton High School. Not sure if he's in the frame, but Hayden Alfeld is in the band without the pads on. He's still got the football pants and cleats out. That is, I love seeing that last year. So good for him getting his halftime show in, and then Coach Kunkel will repeat the the halftime speech when he gets in there, or maybe just, I don't know, waits for him to get back. Anyways, we had a football game, 24-16, Bluffton ahead. They responded to a 65-yard touchdown pass from Dallas Martin to Cody Carroll with a touchdown of their own. And then Martin had an ill-advised throw, trying to just fling it out of bounds. He had pressure with about 4 seconds to go, hoping to maybe have a 0.5 of a second left to try again at a Hail Mary. Griffin Morgan picks it up and ends up being the most harmless 70-yard interception return you will ever see. That's how we ended our first half. Some takeaways, Brandon, from you.
Yeah, Bluffton, 5 penalties again, first half for 45 yards.
We'll start with the negative.
Yeah. I want to end with a happy, Brian. But total yards for Bluffton, 166 yards, with Manchester at 126. 67 passing yards for Bluffton, 83, 65 one, and 65 bomb from Dallas. 65. Yep. Axon 6 for 10 on passing. Dallas is 4 for 9. Rushing for the Tigers is 99 yards, with Manchester at 43.
Mm-hmm. About the same attempts as well.
Yep.
Big difference.
Mm-hmm. So you read the stats, and it's been kind of a defensive game. It's Bluffton's really started in really good field position all night, and they haven't had to go far and getting in the end zone a few times here. But Manchester struggling on offense a little bit. Tigers playing really good defense.
Yeah, to your credit, both sides playing well defensively. There's been some mistakes on both sides, maybe some special teams mistakes on Manchester, but I'd argue good blocking downfield and good returning from Cooper Craig. I can't remember, what did we say his all-purpose was?
Yeah.
I'll let you look for that, but both teams playing solid defensively. I think Bluffton just with more firepower with the skill positions that they have, the ability of Axton Best and a couple of guys in backfield, but Bluffton fumbling the ball around a few times again, like we saw last week, like we saw last year. in this very game. Had a pick with, I think it was 2nd and 8. It was 2nd and goal from the 8. So that could have been points. They'd go for a field goal on a drop pass in the end zone. They went 3 and out on a drive over here. So Manchester doing their best while having a couple interceptions on their side of things. But to say Bluffton only scored 24 on the drives that they had, I don't know if you call it a win, but I say that's a decent spot for them to be in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there could be a few more touchdowns left on the board for Bluffton. So Manchester just holding in tight, just trying to get through the game, get through the first half, go in the locker room, fix some things here and there, and maybe come out in the second half, play better. But on your point, Ryan, Cooper Craig, 101 yards on kickoff return yards, 38 yards on punt return, and he has 38 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's well over 100. That's over 200 yards for Cooper Craig. That's been really the big difference maker, I think, for what has taken place here tonight. He's been able to run the ball, and he set up Bluffton in great field position all night and lets the offense kind of just roll themselves out. We can see how Bluffton can have those slow, methodical drives, but when you're starting from the 40, 50, or as we just saw him getting knocked to the 20 with a 10-yard penalty, you don't have to have a long, methodical drive. And they've been able to put out 24 points. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This is our Berne Ready Mix halftime show. From new homes and backyard projects to factories and farms, we offer experience and service you can count on. Visit us at 155 East Buckeye Street in Berne or online at www.bernereadymix.com. Would you say 24-6, and based on what you saw, is this still an okay position for Manchester to figure something out on offense? And a follow-up on that is, what do they have to do offensively? Because other than a bomb, they really haven't gotten anything going.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's still could go 50-50 here. I think Manchester can, make a few changes. They haven't been able to rush the ball like they have last week, so that's been really good for Bluffton if you're a Bluffton fan. But yeah, I think if they get that run game going with Dallas and the other trio of backs that they got, that they can be right back into it, and then you lull this Tiger defense to sleep, and then you hit them with another 65-yard bomb. That's the thing about wing T. You run, and then it's a pass here, like every 10th play.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not over with the wing T. And it is slow. It's a slower game. I mean, their possession time, 21 minutes, 30 seconds. Bluffton only got 14 with 30. So they have longer drives, but they also have that ability now that we see to make big plays on the field in the passing game.
Can it be tough for a wing T ran style to be down by multiple scores at halftime? What kind of trouble do you run yourself into? Do you make a big adjustment to that?
Yeah, I don't think you do if you're Manchester. I think you still play your basic offense. You don't try to get out of your comfort zone. You want to run the ball. You want to have that option. Try to hit outside with the pitching but also they haven't really ran it too much, but the misdirection coming backside then. They've only ran it about one time, but that's always a big killer with wing T because they run so much to strength and then they come back with that twist play or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, sure. They've had space on some of the pitches they've had. Looks like they have about 10 yards worth of space, but a lot of credit to Bluffton's defense. That's led by Griffin Morgan. He's chased down a couple running backs here tonight. Aaron Jessup has been involved from the defensive back position. You got to have speed to do that, of course, and we've seen Cooper Craig do it a few times. It's just a credit to Bluffton and the speed that they possess. When Manchester tries to hit the outside and Bluffton's up front, gets kind of squeezed there, it becomes what are your second and third levels doing? And that's the speed that they have, and we've seen the speed of Cooper Craig, on every facet, all three phases of the game. Manchester today, as we have mentioned a few different times, 43 rushing yards. That is not even close to what they ran last week, where they had 5 guys with 7 or more carries, each having success on the ground, especially with Dallas Martin. He had 14 carries for 74 yards. So a bit of an adjustment for Manchester to make, and it's a good defensive opponent to play in Bluffton. There's a lot to figure out on both sides of the ball. And it looks like we got under a minute. I think they add an extra 3, though, as the teams will come back out on the field. They'll get 3 minutes to warm up. A couple of those numbers on the ground. Reese Gertie has gotten 5 carries for 28 yards. Caden Young with 5 carries as well for 16. Maddox Greer with 4 carries for 5 yards. And Dallas Martin, who we mentioned had 14 carries for 74 yards last week, has 3 for -6 this week. That's been a big point of emphasis, I believe, for Brent Kunkel in their preparation and the defensive coordinating staff. I think that was a point of emphasis, is to stop the quarterback runs. And I look forward to potentially asking him about that later. Both teams will join back onto the field. Hopefully by this point the jitters have left a little bit. Couple fumbles on each side, couple picks thrown on each side. We're looking forward to another fun half of football here. Michael, do we have any score updates from around? He gives a thumbs down. Okay. Well, okay. Michael will look. He's playing. You don't have to. I was just wondering. We have Adams Central and East Side tonight. South Adams, I can't remember who they were playing. They are playing Belmont tonight, so in Adams County showdown there. Bluffton next week will play South Adams, who picked up a number 5 vote in the preseason poll in AP. I was a little surprised to see South Adams have that many supporters, but dropped out after losing to a very good Marion local team. South Adams is up 46-0 at the half over Belmont.
Yeah, you think Marion local's pretty good, Ryan?
I never seen them play. Don't need to. I believe they are.
Yeah, I think they're the real deal.
bunch of wins in a row. Michael is trying to take a look at what Adams Central is doing. They were tied with East Side 14-14. I think it might have been at the half, but anyways, Bluffton will look. We always look forward to the highlight games, but you got to get through your Manchesters, your South Adams games, and then sandwiched in the middle, you've got Woodland, Southern Wells, and Jay County as well in there. Southern Wells being coached by Blake Blaker, a St. Francis Cougar as well. Football player there, back for a second year. Michael can't find the score. It says 14-14 in the third quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that for you the best that we can. We'll send Michael back out to Monroe. Other scores in the area in the third quarter. Woodland up 11-0 over Central Noble. Heritage up 7-0 to Delta at the half. Southern Wells does not have a score. They're down in Upland playing at Taylor University. On Norwell. Norwell's up 25-8 at Oak Hill tonight. E.J. Morgan with a 1-yard score. Norwell's kind of a question mark this year with the youth that they have over there, but I'm sure the Bluffton audience is like, we don't care about those guys. You know, I've always wanted Norwell and Bluffton to play each other. The last few years, I think it would have been a decent game to play. I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
I think Bluffton fans would love to play them again.
I think Bluffton fans would love to play them right
especially
now.
with the success that they've had the last few years.
I think so. I just think the last few years it would have been a fun matchup. You get an in-county rivalry game. I don't know. I've pondered that thought a little bit. So. And our second edition of the halftime clock has struck 0. We're about ready to play our second half here. And just to remind everybody, that is a helicopter, and yes, it is real. It's a Blackhawk chopper. Steve Thompson let me know last week at the Bluffton Tennis Invite that this was a possibility, and it did happen. And is it going to be taking off? It is going to be taking off. So sit back and enjoy the ride from the camera side on our broadcast tonight. That's a first. Can the helicopter receive the kick? Okay, we're going to We're going to pan the camera over to the game now. Helicopter is ready to leave. So is the ball off the kicking tee. Manchester will receive. 24-6. Tigers have the lead. Perhaps our first kickoff in Bluffton history with a helicopter on in the background. Receiving this kick and being tackled quickly. Gavin Greaser getting down the field with Eli Metzger receiving. Manchester will start at about the 31-32 yard line. Squires will roll out on offense. So now we are officially under the lights, and there goes the helicopter in the background, just in time for our first drive. Man in motion and pitched out towards the right side, getting met by a couple Tigers, including Griffin Morgan. And the helicopter takes off towards the left side. That is so cool.
Yeah, I was distracted, Ryan, to be honest.
It was a pitch to Maddox Greer for about a yard. That's what happened. And a helicopter took off and will head back to Indianapolis. Sorry we could not get that on camera. We do have a football game to cover here, and that's what most people are here for. And
let's come back over.
We're going to get a flyover from the helicopter again. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see it. Instead, you'll see Dallas Martin going down in the backfield as a helicopter has flown over Bluffton. That's the first time I've ever called anything like that. There it is. Thank you, Brendan Trout. Showing the helicopter as a speck. Looks like a fly on your screen. It's much bigger than that in real life. We are at the 30-yard line. It's a 3rd and 11 for Manchester. All right, focus up, everybody. Martin goes back, fires, and this will be tipped off of the hands of, I believe, Griffin Morgan, who's all over the place. Tell you, he was more than excited to return that interception before the end of the half. He's looking to do the same there. Instead, it will be a 4th and 11. So from the 30, 3 and out for Manchester. Tigers will be set to turn the kick. Some personnel questions here with 7 seconds left on the play clock. Manchester will have to hurry. They will get it off with about a second left. Line drive kick. A.J. Strevler does get a block off, so Craig, if he wanted to, could have returned it, but ends up being a pretty decent punt from the 30-yard line down to the 25. That's a good punt for Manchester. Nice kick, Carson Heath.
Tigers will begin play with a 1st and 10.
So here comes Axton Best in the Bluffton offense, led by the defense of the Tigers, to get a 3 and out. Best was 6 for 10 in the first half for 67 yards. Still threw for 2 touchdowns and a pick. Cooper Craig and Best splitting carries at 7 attempts each. Kamel Moore with 4. Craig will get the first one. This is a big drive for the Manchester defense, I would say.
Yeah. Axton Best with 38 yards rushing in that first half, too, as well.
About 2 yards on the play. Ball now spotted about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, this is a make it or break it, I think, drive for Manchester. If you let Tigers go down and score again, then it kind of gets out of hand. But if they can get a good stop or get a turnover here, it gives them good motivation and hopefully good field. Man, my mind just went blank. Good field
position.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what? That happens when we're talking. Axton Best, he's going to scurry, and he's going to make a move, making a few defenders miss. Still on his feet, and he gets past the 40. What a run from Axton Best. We just talked about his 7 carries in the first half. That one breaks through for a bunch more. Bluffton in plus territory now at the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bluffton.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Tigers taking their time, up 24-6. They're in a position to be able to just ink out the clock as much as they want. Best will look. Martin tried to get in the backfield. He'll fling towards the end zone. He's got Struveler. What a score! Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers. 37 yards to Struveler, the touchdown man. That has been A.J. Struveler this season. He'll catch and score. Make that 6 catches, I believe 4 touchdowns for Struveler this year. This one for 37 yards. Ribich on to kick. Kick is up. Leg is more than enough. And in between the uprights, 30-6 or 31-6. Tigers lead with 8:50 left in our opening quarter of the second half.
Any brand, any color. You break it, we'll fix it. Newspawn Mechanical is located just north of Berne, along with over 175 years of combined service in the field. Newspawn Mechanical offers a wide range of rental equipment and attachments. If you're looking to upgrade your equipment or starting from scratch, whether it's new or used, they can help to find the right machine for you. Stop and see the full line of Gale and Manitou equipment with leasing and financing options available, along with a full line of Manitou parts and attachments. Call 260-589-3802 to find out what we have to offer.
Look at that. We fit 2 ads in thanks to the production of Michael Vanderkolk. Also reporting a 21-20 score for Eastside over Adams Central. We'll keep tabs on that the best we can. Thanks, Clint Anderson, for the updates. Tigers here lead 31-6. Return from the 20 to the 35. A flag flies. That usually will be on the receiving team. We could see all 15 yards of that go back to the 20. Let's talk about that throw, Brandon. How about Axton Best on his back foot throwing a strike for 37 yards, and it's not like he connected with him beforehand. It was straight in the end zone. That's about a 30-yard dart.
Yeah, there's great arm strength there, just making a play happen, throwing to Mr. Touchdown A.J. Struveler for, so yeah, just a beautiful play.
Side block is called, be half the distance to the goal for Manchester. So they're going to be even further back than 20. How many yards is that flag? That's over 15 yards.
Should just be 15, Ryan. But
yeah, half the distance from what yard line?
Maybe
I don't understand.
Maybe from the flag,
the spot of the foul. But okay, so they're at the 14-yard line to start. Manchester really needs to get something going now. It's not going to happen with Cooper Craig and friends in the backfield. Martin goes back down, and the running quarterback just has not been able to find his groove today. So he was met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Tiger defense is just playing tough. Not a lot of room to run the ball for Manchester tonight.
Looks like it's going to be a loss of 3 yards, almost 4 on that carry from Martin. This is where Manchester needs to get maybe a little bit out of the comfort zone, a little desperate. Does hand the ball off, does not gain much. Bring up 3rd and long for the Squires, the last thing that they wanted to hear.
To number 3, Caden Young on the play.
Ball is placed on the 12, maybe 12.5 yard line, 3rd and 14 on the scoreboard. Need to get the 20, just past the 24-yard line for a first down. Pair of receivers out deep for quarterback Martin. Man in motion towards the right side. Martin going to be met in the backfield, and he's brought down immediately. That's a sack for Bluffton.
John O'Leary Freeman.
On the sack. He had a nice week against Shenandoah last week. Makes a big play and adds his 2nd sack of the season. He got back there quick.
Very quick.
And Manchester going to be pinned back to about the 4. Could have been much worse, but forward progress gives them about 3 extra yards of space.
Brings up 4th down and 20 for the Squires.
We'll see if Bluffton brings a rush here.
We will have a timeout. Let's take it with them.
Modern meets classic with the new Amara Stone Wedding Band collection at Richard's Jewelry. Made in the USA with recycled metals, these rings mix traditional gold with new contemporary metals for a sleek, edgy look and design. Life gets tough, but so are these industrial wedding bands featuring Benchmark's lifetime guarantee. Richard's Jewelry, your exclusive Amara Stone dealer in downtown Berne.
Looking to elevate your construction project? Schwartz Contracting is here to deliver. With over 20 years in the industry, owner Dan Schwartz has been providing reliable home construction, barn buildings, pole barns, garages, barns, and barn dominiums throughout Adams County and beyond. When it comes to building your dream home or an impressive new barn, Dan Schwartz and his team are the ultimate champions. When you choose SCI, you're getting a team that brings expertise and commitment to take down every project. They're all about getting the job done right. Are you ready to tackle your next project? Contact Dan Schwartz, 260-525-0266, Schwartz Contracting, where solid construction is always the winning move.
Just in time, 6:26 from the expert Michael Vanderkolk controlling the production. Line drive kick again. Cooper Craig will field it about the 28. That's danger for Manchester. Flag does fly, though. That's danger for Bluffton. About 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 times out of 100, that is going to be on the receiving team. As we saw Manchester receive the kick, flag will go against them. Bluffton probably going to have the same here. Decent return from Craig again. They'll have to take some all-purpose yards from him, I'm sure. The numbers will not take a heavy hit. Ball is placed at the 14. Field position will be just fine for Bluffton regardless. Face mask on Bluffton. That's not usually the 9 out of 10 times you hear a call. It's usually block in the back, apparently
holding,
side block, holding.
Interesting.
Blindside block. Nope, we have a face mask. So the Tigers will be brought back all the way down to the 36. Still decent field position, all things considered. Here with 6:16 left in our K&N Carpet third quarter. K&N Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years with various carpets, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs. See the experts at K&N Carpet at 121-108 US 27 South in Fort Wayne. Kamel Moore will take his first carry of the second half in a while. Decent gain for him for 5 yards. This could potentially help Bluffton, instead of being at the 14, being brought back to the wherever they started, the 31. The Tigers could be able to ooze out the clock a little bit more if they're careful with the ball. Depends on how you look at it. I'm sure Coach Kunkel is saying, well, we'd rather have it at a 14, Ryan. Bustos in motion, but it's Moore who gets the carry, and he's got a lot of speed and a lot of strength. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers, 31 yards. Kamel Moore.
Nice, tough run there.
Last year just had 3 touchdowns, adds his second so far this season. Had some injury troubles in the last few years. Good to see Kamel back and healthy for week 1. Ribich on to kick. Kick is up, and it's good. 38-6. Bluffton with 5:27 left in the third. Let's take a break here.
Steve Rich has been serving all of Adams County as a Good Neighbor State Farm agent from his office in Decatur since 1980. For all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance, Steve can show you what being a good neighbor is all about. Call or text Steve at 728-2933 or stop by his office at 230 South 2nd Street in Decatur from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. He can even meet you in the evening or on Saturday by appointment. All your insurance needs under one roof. To combine and save, talk with State Farm agent Steve Rich.
Kamel Moore with a burst of speed up the middle for 31 yards through some defenders on the way. And the Tigers now lead 38-6 over Manchester midway through the third. It's not the way that Manchester wanted this second half to go. That is for sure. For head coach Brian Inyart. Tigers set to kick off. Adams Central, meanwhile, takes a 26-21 lead over Adams Central, audio only on Witness Media. Everybody's having a fun time with technology tonight. The Tigers cannot bring down Gertie. Gets near the 30 for Gertie.
Manchester's number 34,
Squires will have 1st and 10 at about the 28. Squires have not had a lot going on offense outside of a 65-yard touchdown strike. Tigers defense has just done a great job, and it has helped lead and pour into offensive possessions on the other end.
The 28-yard line brings up 1st and 10 for Manchester.
We've talked about what can Manchester do on this side of the ball. It's exactly the opposite of what we have seen. The Tigers' defensive line has seemingly gotten better as the game has gone on. But we'll see. Another drive here in the third quarter. Martin under center. He'll flip off to Gertie, who shakes off Griffin Morgan and another Tigers defender. Good run considering what was given to him as he gets past the 30 for a couple yards.
Brought down around the 31-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, if I'm Manchester here, I think it's time to get out of the comfort zone a little bit, maybe have some trick plays, just try to get Bluffton's defense off, off their rhythm because they're playing lights out tonight.
Open up the playbook a little bit, in other words. I've got 4 receivers, 2 on each side this time. Martin will take it himself. Have not seen that a lot from him here tonight. Does pick up a decent amount of yards. Probably a couple inches away from a first down. He'll bring up 3rd and 1. Good carry for Martin. Just haven't seen it a lot tonight. Had 14 carries to lead the way last week for Manchester. Coach Kunkel in that defense has really keyed in on that this week. He had 74 yards in that win against Northwestern last week. Tonight, he's in the negative.
Big difference.
It is big difference. Martin changing the play. We do have a flag thrown. Play clock expires. Tigers defense loves it. And Manchester will go back 5 yards. For a while there in that first half, it looked like Manchester was going to be able to handle Bluffton for a while. Now it's just been a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Clock continues to roll.
Yeah, one thing, Manchester hasn't just been in any rhythm since that first drive, really, since the first quarter. So it's, I don't know, they just feel like they're off on offense and something's not sinking.
Martin on 3rd and 6. They're going to go back to throw. Escapes a lot of pressure, and he's going to have plenty of space down the field. Does break a tackle, gets past the 45-yard line. That's the best run all night for Manchester as Martin gets it into Tigers territory at the 41-yard line. Good play from the quarterback, showing off what he can do.
I believe that was Jake Boots on the tackle.
It's a tackle machine for Bluffton last year towards the end of the season. Two and a half to play here in the third quarter. Martin hands off towards the outside. Morgan just wasn't able to get there. 2 flags fly, one from the backfield and one on the far right sideline. Decent pickup for Manchester of about 3 or 4 yards. And we're going to get a flag. It's going towards Manchester's side. Brandon, what is the X holding the shoulders motion from the official?
I haven't seen that one. We'll hear what he has to say right here.
Okay,
holding,
he fooled me up here. It's holding. I said we wouldn't speculate, and then I asked Brandon what happened. That's on me. We won't speculate. Brandon, what happened? Manchester will be brought back to their own 49-yard line now. That's a big penalty for the Squires. Can't have that. Clock continues to roll near the 2-minute mark. Hands off now to Landon Bean. I believe that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Manchester carry by number 1, Landon Bean.
Bean had a pair of catches last week for 42 yards and a score.
Brings up 2nd down and long for the Squires.
Appears to be a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 17 from the 48. Martin with it. He'll go back to pass. Defensive line getting in the backfield. Martin slipping some tackles. Finally is going to be brought down by the Tigers. Good luck trying to figure out who it was, but a bunch of Tigers got in to contribute on that defensive line. That'll go for a sack.
D-line is playing great for Bluffton tonight. That one thing last week that was kind of a little suspect. There's some penalties there, just not playing well, but I think tonight they've really stepped it up.
It's a new line this year with Mason Fox, Cooper Jenkins, and Zane Batts.
Young.
Graduated a few guys last year, Draven Shoemaker and Tavin Freeze, 2 really good linemen, I believe all conference linemen. So some inexperience there, but a good second game to your point. 32 seconds to play in this third quarter. Martin flings it over, and that's going to be a drop pass. They're going to call pass interference, though.
I don't know, Ryan.
It was just before the throw. as Jacob Kephart, the officials will say hit him before. It wasn't a ton of contact, but the officials at least thought it was enough to throw the flag.
I'm DB biased.
There you go.
Ryan. I it's hard to cover somebody, and then
Yes.
they're always getting penalties, and you see in NFL games, college games, DBs always get the rat.
Oh, yeah.
But man, it's tough to play DB.
It is very tough because when you're doing well, nobody knows.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
They're not going to throw to your side. You can't get picks. I see ya. Now, that is not an automatic first down, contrary to other leagues higher than 2A high school football in Indiana. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Still some work to do for Manchester. Handoff to Gertie on the outside. He has space, but again, met by Griffin Morgan, who throws him down only for a couple of yards.
Jake Boots.
Jake Boots. Okay.
Yeah. They look the same, don't they, from up here?
Yes, they do.
Cowboy collars and all.
Michael and I say Michael and I had a hard time giving interceptions to the right person. There was somebody that I continued to miss over and over again, Alex Meckling. So I apologize to him, of course, for last year's mistakes. We've got the end of the third quarter here, 38-6, Tigers lead.
In the community and backed by extensive experience, Adams Health is here to diagnose the most complex conditions with care and compassion. We offer specialty care in women's health, orthopedics, sports medicine, urology, gastroenterology, pulmonology, neurology, and more. With multiple locations in Adams County, you'll get the care you need close to home. We see new patients quickly because your health shouldn't have to wait. Visit adamshospital.org to schedule today. Your health is our priority.
We can find something to talk about.
38-6, Bluffton leads Manchester. End of the third quarter. Our fourth quarter is brought to you by Ben Berman State Farm Insurance. Ben Berman is your good neighbor, State Farm agent in Bluffton and assistant coach for the basketball team. Ben and his team can handle your home, auto, life, and commercial insurance needs. Call 260-824-1928 or visit the office on the south end of town. It'll be 4th and 5 for Manchester, similar to the in between first and the second quarter where Tigers stopped them on 4th down and 2 on a sack from Cooper Craig. This one from 5 yards out. Dallas Martin under center. He'll go back to pass. Has decent protection, but the throw was just offline to Eli Metzger, who was open on a slant. And the Tigers will take the ball over. And it appears Metzger may have been hurt on the play diving after the ball. He's going to get some help from his offensive line. Hobbling a little bit, but good to see he is back up on his feet under his own power.
Following the incomplete pass, Bluffton will take over.
I don't mind, if I'm Manchester, I don't mind going for it right there. I mean, it's a pretty lopsided game.
Yeah.
You don't got nothing to lose. It's week 2. It's a non-conference game. It's not like it means something, but it also doesn't mean something. But, yeah, I don't mind going for it there.
Bluffton will have an entire fourth quarter ahead of them with this big 22-point lead to deal with here. Kamel Moore in the backfield with Best at quarterback. Best going to throw. This one just offline. It's perfectly read from the Manchester defense. Maddox Greer didn't get a hand on it, but was right there to disrupt the throw just with his presence to Strevler.
No, I'm not catching it. I know that's what happened. Every catch he touchdown.
Stole my line. He did steal my line. Manchester broadcast said AJ ain't going to catch it unless he hits a touchdown. So Man,
he did not see a lot of grass in front of him, apparently. He was like, come on, Axe,
Yeah.
that's Eli's ball. Kamel Moore takes the carry. Good gain of about 7 yards. Nice chunk to set up 3rd and 3 for Bluffton.
7 yards on the play. 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball on the 44-yard line.
I know, he was my buddy, so I was my buddy. I mean, wrestling. I was at Cortez with him for a guy who played soccer and that. He came to play football for a couple of years. He was real solid at defense.
From the 44.
Good job for them on the line. He was the kind of guy who'd be fired up. In a game like this, he'd make a couple hits and some plays.
Best puts a man in motion behind him. It's Bustos. He will throw over to Bustos. Makes a couple moves, but cannot make a defender miss. Maddox Greer, great defense from him to keep up with them and not get burned. Couple moves from Bustos, just not going for him. Bluffton will set up for punt formation and give the ball back to Manchester after a 3-and-out. Abram Garrett back ready to punt this over to Manchester.
Great punt.
Good boot from Garrett. Received that about the 16 and good coverage downfield to hold this return to just about 8-ish yards from Gertie.
For Manchester, taken down about the 25-yard line.
When is the last time you said Bluffton has a really good kicking unit on kickoffs and field goals and punts? That's not a knock on anything the Tigers are trying to do, but what it is a nice luxury to have.
Yeah. Well, let's ask Mike. Was Cody Kinsey the punter when he was in school? Yeah, that's probably the last time.
Okay, that probably was what it was.
Yep. My best buddy at St. Francis was the punter, and he always said, to be a good punter, you have to have good hang time. You want that ball to be up in the air as long as possible so your coverage can get down the field.
That's certainly what Garrett did. Wasn't a line drive by any stretch.
Ball is carried by number 21, Maddox Greer for the Squires.
Greer will gain about 5 or 6
Ball spotted at the 32.
the opening play of this drive. Under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
2nd down and 4 yards
Tigers
to
still
go
hold
for
the lead.
Manchester.
Certainly not as crazy as last year's lightning delay game. Never forget that one. That was a 2-hour lightning delay out in Manchester last year. Bean will get the carry, and he's got a ton of speed out past the 50-yard line for a really good gain for the Squires. Some much-needed momentum on their side.
There's that misdirection play, Ryan, that I was telling you about at halftime.
Hole just opened up for Manchester. See if they can string together something here on this drive. Martin behind center. Hands it off towards the outside. Gets bumped, but ping-pongs around and gains a couple after all that. Maddox Greer.
Number 21, Maddox Greer. Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 6 yards.
Be a gain of perhaps 4. For the Squires. Clock is ticking down. Not a ton of urgency from the Squire side. Wouldn't go as far as to say they're conceding, but definitely knowing how much this game is out of hand. Just couldn't do it in the third quarter to keep pace with the Tigers. But putting together a really good drive here as Bean was hit in the backfield. They will call probably a face mask in the backfield. So Manchester will be going forward a little bit more than the carry. If you're Bluffton here, you just want to play clean rest of the game. And I'm not going to say that that was really the fault of the Tigers' defense. You're just trying to make a play.
Yeah, I always say, like, you never try to face mask, but it always just ends up happening somehow. You know, there's
Yep.
you don't intently try to face mask
Right.
somebody.
I think there's a few varieties of face mask penalties. 1 for 5, 1 for 15, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see what it's going to be. Regardless, it will be 2 fouls on the defense.
They're both personal foul face masks. The first one is declined. The second personal foul face mask will be accepted.
Okay.
15 yards to the end of the run. First down.
So if you did not hear over the microphone, the official explained there were 2 face masks, 1 for 5, 1 of the 15-yard variety. They accepted, of course, the 15-yard one. So the ball would be placed at the 26. A good spot for Manchester, putting together one of their better drives tonight. Martin looking to throw. Comeback route was not ready for it, and it was a little bit too far behind Cody Carroll.
Second down and 10 yards to go.
So I'll leave it second down and 10. Had a decent looking play there.
He was open. Just got to make the throw and catch.
That'll stop the clock at 7:53. From the 26, Martin under center. Puts a man in motion and will pitch to him. That's Maddox Greer. Finds a little bit of space before being pushed out of bounds.
Number 21, Maddox Greer.
At the 22. No gain a couple. Third down and 8.
Ball placed on the 22-yard line.
For Manchester.
Making third down.
Manchester looking to capitalize on this drive. Try to get some points as we hit about the midway mark in the fourth quarter.
Lost key? Random key.
Martin will go back to pass. Has Craig behind him. He's going to hit him and not going to be picked off. Are they going to call it a fumble, though? Bluffton could pick this ball up. Coach Kunkel certainly arguing it, and it's going to be a fumble recovery for Bluffton. What a hit from Cooper Craig on the outside. Martin never saw him. He was facing towards the left, and Craig hit him on the backside and is able to get the fumble.
Yes. It's like a padlock key for Bluffton. Yeah, so it's one of Bluffton's.
So Bluffton will take the ball over, and that's a killer for Manchester.
Huge killer. Yeah.
Another turnover for them.
26-yard line.
That was a good, nice little drive before that turnover.
Yep. Now Bluffton takes over at the 26. Cooper Craig will get the ball. He's got a huge hole to run through, and he's still going to go near the 50. Drags some defenders with him past the 50-yard line. Another great carry for Cooper Craig.
With that earns another Bluffton Tigers. That's right, first down. Ball placed on the 48-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers.
I believe that'll be the third turnover for Manchester this game. A pick from Griffin Morgan at the end of the half and a couple fumble recoveries for Bluffton. Cooper Craig has had himself a night. Under 7 minutes to play now. Handoff goes back to Craig. Ton of room again, and he'll gain another big chunk of over 10 yards.
Once again. And with that, as another Bluffton Tigers.
That was
Reach out to the 35. Go ahead.
That was a huge hole by the offensive line for Cooper Craig. I think they're playing really well tonight.
first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Up the middle, it's Betts, Crowder, and Bennett, where that carry went on back-to-back handoffs. Has been a great night for the offensive line. That's usually the big question for Bluffton and how far this team could go. The skill is there on every part of the offense, including their quarterback with Axton Best. This line, another year of experience. Kamel Moore will get dropped at about the 34.
Bluffton's number 1, Kamel Moore, gains a yard or so on the play. Ball is placed on the 34-yard line, brings up second down and 9 for the Tigers.
Cooper Craig tonight with 10 carries for 79 yards. He's averaging just over 7 per carry.
Not too shabby.
He's had a good night. Caught a touchdown pass on a screen to start this game as well. He gets a little bit of a break on the sideline with Moore. And the Squires will jump offside. That was Aiden Bainey at defensive tackle. That'll make it 2nd and 5. Craig with 54 yards on punt returns tonight as well. Defensively, unofficially has 4 tackles, including 1.5 for loss. Had the strip sack to get the Tigers on this drive. Have a day for the junior. This one now on an end around. We'll go for a pass to Parker Barnes. Thank you, Michael Vanderkolk.
Ball is carried by Bluffton, number 23.
Now, you saw Parker Barnes, I believe, at the middle school level.
I wasn't there yet.
You weren't there
No,
yet?
nope.
Okay. Well, then never mind. I won't ask you about him.
Great athlete. That's all I know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wrestler, too.
Yes.
3rd down and 4 for the Tigers.
3rd and 4 for Bluffton. Clock just winding down here with about 4:20 left in this contest. Tigers have a healthy lead here in week 2. Best will take it himself. He's got some space. He's going to use a blocker to get on the outside. Runs over a man inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for Bluffton. Another good carry for Axton Best as he approaches 100 yards on the night rushing.
1st down.
Tigers will be at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal.
Best carries the ball to the 7-yard line. Will bring up 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Tigers will take as much time as they want to. In full control with the ball.
Got to snap it here.
Best just gets it off, hands it near the end zone, but will be down at about the 2-yard line.
Ball handed off to Cooper Craig on the play.
I believe that was Parker Barnes on the carry.
About 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 2.
Declan Greaser will come out. Barnes will roll out to the sideline. 2nd down and 2 to go. Best, bad snap. He'll take it himself, and he's going to roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bluffton Tigers from 2 yards out. Axton Best again. Just how they drew it up, right?
Yep.
Axton 2nd on the ground tonight. Running clock will be in place, though there's just 2.5 minutes left.
Which is over 35 points, correct?
Yes.
Yes. For the viewers that don't know, and also myself.
Ethan Ribich will kick the PAT. That one is good. Nice luxury to have for the Tigers. We're going to keep it here with just 2.5 minutes to go.
Ryan, give us some Wells County sports knowledge while we don't take a break here. What happened this week in the athletic world?
What has happened this week in the athletic world? I have to have a memory for this. What was I at? Bluffton got a win on the volleyball floor in the game that I went to on Tuesday. Southern Wells won on Monday in volleyball as well. Norwell has improved to 4-1 in volleyball. They're looking for a good year this year. And then Bi-County Golf will be tomorrow morning. I'll be at that for a little bit at Timber Ridge. We'll have Adams and Wells County there. Bluffton just beat Southern Wells in girls golf yesterday.
Okay.
It was yesterday. And I'm like, yesterday?
It's been a long week.
Yeah. And I type everything out, so it's like, really? Can't remember. Yeah, looking forward to that. And then the cross-country Bluffton Tigers will be at Oak Hill tomorrow, boys and girls. Michael with a nice early get-up for that one. What time's the bus leave? 6.
Better.
You can use your words, too. Oh, okay.
Better than last week.
Michael, you're going to be driving. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Michael's got his hands full Friday night and Saturday morning. Manchester will return. Clock will run.
The Squires return the kickoff to about the 40.
Well, hopefully you get some more sleep this week, Michael, because last week was a late night.
The Shenandoah game. Yeah, exactly. You get to be a little bit closer to home.
Yeah.
4 extra hours of sleep? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Feels like it. Okay.
We shouldn't have stopped at that Waffle House on the way home.
Waffle House is elite, though. You have to get it. Good. When the opportunity presents itself, go to Waffle House. Not one of our ads, sorry. Under 2 minutes, running clock, Manchester. And ball is dropped. Believe Manchester will get, yes, Manchester will get it back. Elijah Kerner pled his case, immediately said it was Bluffton's. I think that was just the natural reaction of, it's ours, it's ours.
That's a new quarterback for Manchester, Ryan, number 4.
Good point out. That's going to be Aiden Bainey. 6'1" sophomore, 185 pounds. Dallas Martin did what he could today. I will say that. It was not his fault. The Tigers' defensive line and linebackers were harassing him all night. Toss to the outside. Tigers will bring down Hunter Hamilton, the freshman. Now we have under a minute to go. A couple of the young guns out there for both teams.
Brought down by the Tigers, number 7, Gavin Greaser.
What a win for Bluffton.
Yeah.
This week. Manchester is not a team to sleep on. It's a good program led by second-year head coach Brian Inyart, who will now fall to 6-6 in his tenure with the Squires. Coach Kunkel getting a win tonight, improves to 57-34. That will be a handoff to Lane Showalter, sophomore.
I think Bluffton just played a lot sharper than they did last week. Maybe they got the nerves out, got, Coach Kunkel and the rest of the staff got things situated from last week, and they just played a much better game.
And that will do it. Bluffton, the final score 45-6. Bluffton wins over Manchester here in the home opener for the Tigers. A big opening win here to improve the Tigers to 2-0 on the season. You're not going to want to miss an interview with head coach Brent Kunkel, who's going to be all smiles when he comes up here.
One is more than a number. It's pride in our history and the promise of what's to come. One farmer, one seed, one season. One changes everything. In 1926, Henry A. Wallace and the founders of Pioneer revolutionized farming, and we've been innovating ever since. 100 starts with one. Our 100th season starts with you.
M&M Market on the north side of Geneva has established a sterling reputation for the food they provide. Over 150 flavors of bratwurst, a wide selection of marinated chicken and pork chops, meat and cheese trays, and a 40-foot meat and deli case full of fresh-cut meats, cut daily. Come and schedule a special event meal for any budget on your next visit. Be sure to check our Facebook page for store hours and in-store specials.
Mitchell Enterprises Corporation is a trucking and feed sales company located in Bluffton, Indiana. Owner Luke Bright is a lifetime resident of Adams County and proudly sells a variety of show feeds and supplements. Sunglow and Linder show feeds are the most popular among other supplements and livestock care that they stock daily. Mitchell Enterprises would be happy to help with any of your feed needs and are always looking to hire CDL drivers in the area. Contact Luke and his team at 260-353-1050 or check them out at mitchellenterprises.com.
Since opening Miller Land Surveying in 2005, we've grown to not only service Adams County, but the entire Northeast Indiana region. Business growth has led us to expand with additional field crews, advanced technology, locations in both Monroe and Fort Wayne. Miller Land Surveying partners with various clients to aid in residential and commercial real estate transactions, development of schools, industrial parks, subdivisions, various commercial development projects, and more. At Miller Land Surveying, precision and professionalism is where we draw the line.
With origins dating back to 1931, National Oil and Gas is a regional provider of bulk tank fuel deliveries to farmers, home heating oil deliveries to consumers, and gasoline to service stations. Our solid business practices and longevity have established us as a main force in the fueling industry. And at National Oil and Gas, our goal is to use our God-given talents and resources to serve our customers and communities each.
Help out our athletic staff. Clean up tonight.
Okay, we are back here at Bluffton High School, 45-6 final. Ryan Walker here. We got Brandon Lockwood there. Pretty soon it will be Brent Kunkel. Okay, and we're going to talk to Coach Kunkel very soon, but very clean win for the Tigers after some early hiccups, penalties, fumbles-wise, a pick, and some red zone troubles. Pretty clean game overall, though.
Yeah, I'm a lot better than last week. I know they started off a little rough, but Tigers ended up playing better than last week.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a team to sleep on. Manchester is a very, very good program, and Coach Inyert has done a really nice job in his couple years with them so far, getting some consistency as 3 head coaches have gone through over the last 4 years. So I'm sure the Squires football team and community appreciates that consistency with their coach, and they do a nice job. But Bluffton just overpowered them on the skills position, and man, up front, that's underrated today. Offensive and defensive lines really got after it today.
Yep. We're ready for you, man.
And let's get Coach Kunkel up.
Take the microphone from Lockwood.
Bring head coach of the Bluffton Tigers, Brent Kunkel, to the booth. Coach, how we doing?
Well, pretty good after we played like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to stiff you there. First off, credit to Manchester. I'm not just giving a line here, but as we were preparing this week, me and Coach Kolkman talked, and me and Coach Bowman have been together for 9 years. This is the best Manchester team on film that we had seen those 9 years in prep for. So they got a lot of weapons. They got some size.
Yep.
Obviously we were able to come out tonight, come away with the victory. That defense played phenomenal.
Yes.
Why am I so tired coming up those stairs? Goodness gracious.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah, I was running through the band. We got to tighten some things up offensively, especially in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of probably left some points on the board there, especially early on. But happy with our defense. Happy with special teams. I thought did a lot of good things tonight. Really all 3 phases. Felt like we played a complete game.
Yeah.
Obviously things to clean up. But, credit to Manchester, their coach, their players, that number 34 kid. I told him after the game I feel like he's been in high school for 5 years because he's been a 4-year player for him.
Yeah.
So he's a heck of a kid. He's who we kind of game planned around. And, like I said, happy to come out with the win tonight. Thought we played pretty well.
When prepping for this game, I saw that Manchester had 5 players over 7 carries, including their quarterback, Dallas Martin. They had 4 wide receivers that had a catch. When you're preparing for a team like that, what kind of goes into the game plan, and how were you guys able to really stop what Dallas Martin wanted to do, as he is a true dual-threat guy?
Yeah, well, first, any kind of defensive planning, don't get it twisted. I call Coach Kolkman on Sunday night, and he tells me what we're doing. So credit to Coach Kolkman coordinating that, our defensive coaching staff, but really our kids. If you got to play a team like this, it is assignment football, and you have to do your job every single time. I'm looking forward to looking at the tackle stats, but our defensive linemen probably didn't have very many tackles tonight because their job was to eat up blocks, which freed up Griffin and Jake and Cooper and Declan and Marshall and our guys who played linebacker, our safeties running downhill. So it's when it's run well, like Manchester runs it, if you don't play your assignments, you get burnt. And you see what happened on the one play that they scored. We let up, we didn't play our assignment, touchdown. So just a credit to our kids. We had a great week of practice, really, really great week of practice, because you have to have that coming into a game where you're going to play a team that runs their offense so well.
You guys cleaned it up pretty quick last week against Shenandoah. A lot of penalties. There were some bad snaps. Last year against Manchester in this game, 5 turnovers, and right off the bat, you got 2 penalties on your first play or so, and you had a drop ball, I believe. But your team was able to collect themselves. Did you see anything with the team where they kind of – did anybody take the charge, basically, or what did you see in them cleaning that up?
And I can kind of tell in pregame when I talked to him, it feel like we were uptight. There was a lot going into tonight, youth night, and you've got all these people here. That Black Hawk landing over there was
that noticeable?
Just a little bit to start the second half, especially. So we just felt like we were uptight, and we kind of came out uptight in that first drive. But thankfully, we've got number 13 who steadies the ship. He got AJ. It was second 20, third and 20, and AJ kind of just ran a route, got himself open. Axe put it right on him, get that first down. Okay, now we got that first down. Let's relax. We're able to punch it in from there. So we've got great leadership on our football team. Axton Best, on our offense, Griffin Morgan on defense, but guys like Eli Birch, Alex Mecklin, Cooper Craig, all the way down the list. We've got really balanced leadership on our football team, and I think that pays out when you have situations like that. Tonight even wasn't easy at times. I mean, we probably left 14 some odd points because dumb coach calls runs until we get to the 10, and hey, let's spread it out and pass it. So that's on me. I got to clean that stuff up.
Sure. That underrated part of today, I think offensive and defensive lines. There's been some experience question marks, some replacement question marks from the last few years. I thought they were really good today. Is that kind of an underrated part of tonight, do you think?
Yeah. I mean, that was the question mark coming in, was how well we play on the lines, right? You said offensive line, right?
Yep, offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting on offense. We're starting 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman. Defensively, it's a couple juniors, a couple seniors. I mean, we're a little bit more experienced there, but a sophomore in Cooper Jenkins. So that's really the key to our season. I thought our offensive line did a really good job tonight, again, until we got inside the 10. And credit to Manchester. They let 34 kind of roam and spy, and we didn't account for them a couple times there on the goal line. We threw that pass, and Axe nose back pylon, but just, things happen. And, again, I think our kids are figuring things out. A kid like Zane Betts as our center. He's a 2-year starter now. He does a great job of getting guys in position. Connor Landis at left tackle, 2-year starter now. Grayson Crowder. Austin Bennett played a ton as a freshman last year.
Right.
So we got experience. It's still just young. So I'm excited as we grow here, what that can potentially build into.
Cooper Craig, defensively.
Love that kid,
returning kicks and punts and running the ball. How impactful was he tonight as your super Shohei Ohtani football version tonight?
Well, I mean, I would take 25 Cooper Craigs, as long as I've been doing this, and one of them sitting over here too. But I've had a lot of favorite football players. Cooper Craig is one of my all-time favorite football players that I've had the privilege to coach.
You got another year with him too,
I know.
Which is awesome.
So you see what happens though there in the fourth quarter. I know the game's out of reach, but sack fumble, okay? Then he rips off 2 or 3 runs and gets us down here. You look at the end of the half, they go up. They kick it to him. He runs it back to the 20. You know what I mean? He impacts the game everywhere.
Yeah.
and he gets mad at me when I take him out. But you see what happens, though. We put Kamel in fresh legs in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And Kamel rips that twist play off and takes down and score. We got two really good running backs. And Coop's doing a lot of things on the other spot. Kamel comes in, spells them. I mean, Kamel is a phenomenal athlete as well. So very blessed with who we got. But, man, I would take a whole team of Cooper Craigs for sure.
Last question here for you. Would you get in that helicopter? Probably not in the circumstances of today, 30 minutes before kickoff and during the second half. But
to not sound too sappy here, but we got the best military in the world. I would trust the guys who are flying that thing.
You better.
Would it be the first thing I'd want to hop in and do? Probably not. But how cool was that? And just Andrew Wells, Bluffton grad, has kind of worked his way up through the National Guard and kind of set that up for us tonight. He was actually, when I came here as an assistant coach, he was on one of my first teams. So it's cool that he kind of delivered the game ball tonight. That was cool. Jared Bustos, a dad of Trey and Cooper, also helped set that up. So what just a cool experience for our guys, and just it was a great moment. I'm not looking to get up there anytime soon. I'll keep my feet here and keep winning football games, hopefully. So
that sounds good. Thanks for your time,
I got
Coach.
you, brother.
I appreciate
you, man,
it.
all the time.
Congrats on the win.
With origins dating back to 1931, National Oil and Gas is a regional provider of bulk tank fuel deliveries to farmers, home heating oil deliveries, consumers, and gasoline to service stations. Our solid business practices and longevity have established us as a main force in the fueling industry. And at National Oil and Gas, our goal is to use our God-given talents and resources to serve our customers and communities each and every day. Contact us today for all your petroleum needs and how we can service you.
Coming back here eventually with Michael Vanderkolk on the production today, Brandon Trout on the camera work. We've got Brandon Lockwood here, former star running back for the Bluffton Tigers. Didn't need him tonight, though, with Cooper Craig and Kamel Moore, I'll tell you that. Although I think they could use on the defensive side. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, wrapping things up here, want to talk about a little bit about some of the numbers and the game tonight. If you have those pulled up, I know I asked you about a specific player, but just going through some of the numbers here.
Yeah, Bluffton had 18 first downs tonight, with Manchester having 8. That's 9. Excuse me. That's big. Bluffton total yards 353 yards, with Manchester having 197. Passing for Bluffton 103, 83 for Manchester. Rushing for the Tigers 250.
That's
and
big.
Then Manchester with the wing T offense 114. Bluffton had 8 penalties for 104 yards. Manchester had 9 for 106. But the big difference in this game, Manchester 3 turnovers to Bluffton having 1. So, yeah, just great game, both teams, but Tigers pulled it out.
Certainly overpowered on the offensive and defensive side today for Bluffton. A good, clean win for them as you're looking at and projecting some new faces on the Tigers this year, but a lot of experienced players to that youngness on their team, and just getting excited for now next week playing South Adams to open up conference play. Now, we want to feature a player every week, of course, and that's going to be our Burn Witness Player of the Game, sponsored by FM Investments Raymond James. For investments, finances, or retirement planning, call 260-368-9939 to set up an appointment at FM Investments Raymond James. We talked about him with the post-game interview with Brent Kunkel. He'd take 25 of them. I'd take 11 on both sides of the ball. Cooper Craig getting it done on the defensive side, the offensive side, and on the returning side of things. Every time the ball was in his hands or not, he was getting after a quarterback or a running back or returning it and running down the field. Got some numbers on him?
Yeah, Cooper Craig, 10 rushes for 79 yards. He had 1 catch.